Hi. Hello. How are you? How's everybody? I'm moving myself a little bit. I was fucking around in VTuber Studio and maybe didn't put things back where they're supposed to be. Oops. Whoops. 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 I'm gonna get a little shorter. Be shorter. That looks better. Ooh, look, my cursor. Just had to break the illusion. No, I'm sorry. I was ducking. I ducked. Fuck. How's it going? God, I'm tired today. I took a Benadryl last night, and that might be why I'm tired today. Because Benadryl really fucks me. It sort of like makes me super sleepy. But it also makes my nose stop running, which is, the point. Ooh, you need to get breakfast. It's time for breakfast. I had, cup noodles again. Cup noodles. I had some crackers too. Kind of like ate it like soup. And then, an apple. Because someone won't let me stream until I eat. To be fair, probably a good idea, because otherwise I would just like not eat, and then we'd be halfway through a game and be like, I'm dying. Why am I dying? I don't understand why I feel like death. And it's like, bitch, did you eat? No. No, I did not. Nope, I did not. Okay, I can't not blink, so I'm not a very convincing dead body. Yeah, it's a good idea to eat. Have a mug of tea. Earl Grey tea. It's pretty good. I like to drink soda. I like to have soda with dinner usually. Sometimes lunch too. It depends on what I have for lunch, but I don't drink soda unless it's like with a meal at least. Like I'll have a soda with the meal, and then otherwise I'll drink water mostly. Sometimes tea, obviously. But I only drink sugar-free stuff. And the selection of sugar-free sodas in France is dismal. I'm gonna go with dismal. Basically I can have a Coke Zero or whatever they call it in America. It's Coca-Cola sans sucre here. Um so it's not Diet Coke. It's like, I guess it's Coke Zero. I don't know if that's what you guys call it or not. But yeah, so that's the option. The option. Sometimes you can get a Sprite without sugar. I can get those in cans right now, but not in bottles, and I would prefer bottles. Just for storage reasons. And yeah, I can't get those though. Hi Vic, welcome, welcome. Oh no, you were here earlier. Welcome anyway. But yeah, you can only get, sometimes you can get Sprite. And that's it. That's the options. But for me, ostensibly there's one option. It is Coca-Cola Zero. Now, Coke is kind of like hard on your stomach. and I have lots of tummy issues sometimes. So it's like, oh, well, now I can't have my soda. Oh no, laggy browser. I hope it's better now. Now I can't have my soda with my meal that I like to have. It makes me happy. It's such a stupid thing to be upset about. I'm not like really upset about it. I tried to find some other things and they had like this, I don't know, it's called Oasis. It's basically like a fruit punch situation. Like fruity drink that's not juice. It has no juice. Well, as like 1% juice in it, you know? Like juicy juice or Hawaiian fruit punch or something like that. Oh, that's interesting. In Mexico, the government is making soda companies raise the price of sugar drink and then they make it more expensive than the non-sugar options. That's like, that would be nice, but like, I personally think like aspartame also is not good for you. Like I assume that sugar is probably better for you than aspartame? Maybe? And I know that some people have like different reactions to aspartame. I don't have any reactions to them. I just like soda, but I'm like Coca-Cola kind of bugs my tummy and I don't want to have it all the time. So I wanted a different option, but I got like the fruit punch. I don't know what to call it. Like Kool-Aid almost alternative that comes in a bottle. They had a non-sugar one, so I tried that. There's a Sans Sucre Oasis. It's tropical flavored, so it's like really mango-y with like, I don't know, passion fruit sort of taste. I don't really like passion fruit that much, but it's like mango passion fruit. It's fine. It's pretty good. It's not a soda. I thought I could get like regular soda water and then like mix them together to like make it at least a little carbonated, but I can get syrup though and add that to carbonated water. But again, it's fine. Okay. I'm thinking that it might help with like heartburn and tummy issues because Coca-Cola really fucks with you. I guess I'll report back. I guess. It's really hard to find non-sugar options. And oh, and in Mexico, all foods and drinks, the ones that are in package, they have warning. Oh, they have warnings that say excess sodium and sugar. That's probably a good thing because I don't think people really realize that. I mean, I know that it has extra sodium, like, and sugar, so like, you have to be careful with it. I used to drink a lot of soda. I've definitely cut way back. Um, and I definitely drink way more water than I do anything else, which I think is good. I just realized that my streamer bot, I didn't open it. This is what happens when I fuck around with everything beforehand and I go, oh, I'm ready, and I don't open that one. Oh, you can post a picture of a bag of chips. Yeah, go ahead and do that in the Discord. I keep trying different sparkling water, but I can't find any that don't taste like gas. I think you need to like get used to the flavor because like it just tastes like there's sodium in regular like water. And for some reason, I don't know what happened. One day, I think Remy got like a packaged lunch that the hotel had made for clients, and there was like an extra one. So he just brought it home to me, and it had like chips, and it had a sparkling water in it too. And I was just like, oh, we don't really like this sparkling water. It's like a Seagram's or something like that. Neither of us like it. It's not tonic water. It was a sparkling water. And for some reason, I opened it. It was cold and it was hot. So I was like, oh, I'm going to try it. Oh my God. I don't know what it was. It was so refreshing and wonderful, and I really liked the sparkling water that day. So every once in a while now, I really like a sparkling water. But if you take like, okay, so excuse me, if you get a sparkling water and then you get what they call it syrup here, ink servy bot. They get a it's a sparkling water. Oh yeah, it's syrup, and it's kind of like drink powder mix, but it comes in liquid form, and it comes in these like rather large bottles, and you just pour a little bit in, and then you add in water to dilute it, and then that makes your like drink, your flavored drink. You can add sparkling water to it, and so then it just adds in all the sweet stuff, the sweet stuff that you're used to. So then you can basically make your own soda. Let me see. Let me see. Where is picture of Ruffles? Oh, excess. So I'm not gonna try to do Spanish. Excess calories, excess fat, excess sodium. That's kind of interesting. And that's what it would normally look like, huh? That is a really big, that's a pretty big warning label. I mean, we have something, I mean, I don't know. We have like a Nutri-Score thing. I don't know how to explain it. Let me see. Nutri-Score. Nutri-Score. I'm gonna go here. Nutri-Score. I don't know if it's a European thing or just or if it's just in France. Here. Good gaming. And then yeah, this. So like this thingy. Hard to see cursor. But yeah, this thingy here is basically what you see. And so I'm trying to see, yeah, it's on the packaging of food. No, you can't really see that. Hold on, hold on. It's on food packages. Maybe if I yeah, like pop up. It's kind of like on the corner of things. That kind of sort of is a shitty way to look at it. Here, this one's better. Okay. Open imaging tab. Better. Here we go. So this is Chocopeak. It is a cereal, and they gave it a Nutri-Score of A, and I don't necessarily know what that means. Yeah, it looks like the terror alerts. I don't really know what that means, but I guess it means it's lower in fat, so it doesn't have so much fat in it. It actually doesn't have that much sugar in it, even though it's a chocolate cereal. And it just doesn't have a lot of bad stuff for you in it. But then um I don't really know exactly what it means, but like I have a one next to me that is it's a cookie and brownie smushed together. So obviously not going to be good for you, and it has a Nutri-Score of D. So you can see it on D there. Let me see if I can find this. Brassard le bouquet. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is Le Brookie. And Nisi has a Nutri-Score of D. Probably because it has a lot of sugar in it and it has like fat, but it's like not the worst. It's not an E, or what would be an F to us. I want to know what board makes those warnings and what criteria they grade on. So like there's information on it that is like easy to find. Like if I wanted to look it up, I could. Um, and I assume they talk about it in like health classes. I assume they talk about it in school, but like obviously I didn't go to school in France, so I don't know. We had that, but companies and will lobby the hell out of it to make it useless as they as the organic and healthy labels they pack on food now. Yeah, because I know in America they'll be like, oh, this has 230 calories per serving. And then they don't tell you, like in very, very small print, maybe they'll tell you that there's like 5 servings in the package and you think it might be like 1 serving. We have like a similar thing, but it does like let me think of how so everything on nutrition labels here is calculated based on the weight of 100 grams, which like everybody like knows what 100 grams is pretty much here. So then that means that you can kind of understand that, oh, there's, I don't know, 23 grams of sugar in there. That means 23% of this product, no matter how much you eat, is going to be sugar. Do you really want to eat something that is 23% sugar, no matter the amount that you eat? So like it can't change. You know what I mean? Because it's based on 100 grams. It can't change the amount of like no matter what you eat is going to be 23% sugar. Whereas the way that they calculate that percentage, like you'll see percentage on um American nutrition labels, that's a percentage of whatever amount they suggest as a serving size. Does that make sense? There was articles about something being bad for you, but they tested it on mice and they gave them 500 times the daily human consumption. Yeah, but no, like the nutrition labels is badly peer reviewed. Yeah, the nutrition labels in America, they'll say like it'll be like, I don't know, 10% of whatever this is sugar, but it's based on a serving size that you can't scale up, or if you scaled up or down, the percentage would end up changing. Does that make sense? And then like they also like put it in with milk. It's just like not as helpful. The fact that they do it based on 100 grams here makes it super useful, so that way you like, even if they don't put like how many grams of fat is in it, let's say, you'll know, oh, it has 10 grams of fat. You'll be like, oh, that's 10%, or it has 10% of fat. You know that that means that there's 10 grams of fat in 100 grams. So that's helpful. That's helpful for me. And then like I know how much like a gram kind of is. So like 500 grams is about a pound. A little over, I mean. The TikTok influencers who are telling you everything is bad because it has chemicals in the label. Yeah. I mean, additives can be weird, but like there's good preservatives. Preservatives are fine. And then like the way that the EU handles when something is banned, like an additive or something like that, because like a lot of um food coloring, food color dyes are banned here, verboten. A lot of those are banned over here that aren't in America. And there's like a lot of additives that are put in American food that are banned here. High fructose corn syrup is banned here. And the reason why is because in America, they look at the probability that something will harm you. Like, yeah, some people have adverse reactions to this thing, but it's a very, very small percentage of people. So we're going to allow it, and then people can make up their own mind as to whether or not they want to take that risk. And then in the EU, they don't do probability skills, they do possibility skills. And so it's more black and white. So it's like, does this have the possibility of harming somebody? And regardless of the probability of it, if that answer is yes, they will then ban it. So like, yeah, you might not, I don't remember what, I guess there's a cancer risk with like Blue 5 or something like that. So like Blue 5 has a cancer risk. In America, they're like, oh yeah, it has a cancer risk, but it has such a small probability of that happening, so we're gonna allow it. And then over here, they're like, oh, it has a possible risk of cancer, so no, we will not allow it. Which I guess, like, is good, but in some ways, I'm like, I almost understand the probability scales, but then, like, how do you know that the probability scales are accurate? Right, no, I agree. I think there could be a middle ground. And the problem with the probability thing is I kind of like understand the concept of like it's a really, really slight risk. We'll let people make up their own minds as to whether or not they want to take that risk. But most people don't know that the additive might cause cancer or some other thing. They don't know what the additives do, and nobody teaches you it. There's no warning label. It's not something we talk about. And like a lot of people don't know how to read a nutrition label in America. So yeah, it's a problem. Our nutrition facts stuff is weird. And then the additive is in everything and you can't avoid it, right? There's that too. And that's like with Blue 5 as the example. Red 40 was also really bad. Like, if it was red in any way, even if it was slightly red, it probably had red 40 in it. But you don't know how many things have the blue dye in it. Because, like, even if it's not blue, it might have a little bit of it in it. You don't know. And you also can't, and that's the thing here, too. You don't know, when I look at the additives here, it just lists the ingredients. I don't know how much of the ingredient is in there. And you know that, like, we did that a lot with, like, caffeine. You don't know how, you know it has caffeine in it, but you don't know how much caffeine is in it. I guess you get to guess. I wish they would say, like, this is how much is in there. But I realized that if they did that, then they would basically be giving away their recipe. And I think the other problem is that our food labels have to have the ingredients on it. And people read that and don't understand the makeup of a banana, let's say, and all the things. All they see is a lot of long words. Yeah, that too. But sometimes they also, like, it's something that I had to learn when I did, like, diabetes education. Because, like, I had to do all that. And, like, there's a bunch of words that mean sugar that they put into nutrition labels. And, like, if you didn't know that, like, I think it's silly that people don't know what fructose means. But, like, I know that, and I know what sucrose means and stuff like that, but that's because I did diabetes education. And there's people who didn't get that because they, weren't a diabetic as a kid and had to go into, like, an education program with their doctors. But yeah, sometimes they'll see some of the preservative names are like normal, just like normal natural things. and they so see it as a big word, and they're like, ah, chemical, because it's not salt. Like, there's a lot of things that are like MSG. MSG is just a more, it's a type of salt. MSG is a salt. That's all it is. And people, well, that's a little bit mixed in with racism, but people go all like, oh, it makes me sick, oh, because MSG is scary, monos, but yeah, no, it's just salt, motherfucker. You're fine. It's in your Doritos too. I think growth hormones, yeah. It's like superior salt too. Anyway, we've been yapping for like a half hour. It's tasty, yeah. I don't have any because it's something that isn't easy to get out here, but I don't know if it's banned. It might be. France do something racist? What the what? No. Never. Get over here. Get rid of our brookie little look at. Here we go. Those things are delicious, by the way. They may be bad for you, but they are tasty. Okay. Today, we're gonna play Home Safety Hotline again. We have 2 days to get through. Then, I got the DLC, so we'll see if we can get to it today. If we don't get to it today, we'll do it next week. It's all good. I'm gonna boot up the game. Click it. I have to get it to capture correctly because it doesn't always. While I'm doing that though, just oh, is it working? No. But while I'm waiting for stuff to get up, reminder of birthday coming up in almost a week, a little over a week now. On Tuesday the 25th, it'll be Doki Doki themed. So you guys remember Doki Doki times. And then there'll be lots of goals involved with it. So here is the list of that. Just a quick reminder while I get this stuff up. So we're gonna do lots of fun things. Hi, Yellow Monster. Haven't seen you in a while with your dad jokes. What? Where the fuck is this thing? Well, yeah, we're gonna do hold on. I got it. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna do some fun stuff, and every time I get a follow, sub, bits, gift, or raid, will trigger that Wheel of Destiny, and I'll have to do some fun stuff according to it. And then we have some goals for the end. Okay, let me get rid of that. I did it! Home Safety Hotline. Now I can actually read this. Why shouldn't pigs drive? They hog the road. Anyway. Here we go. Home Safety Hotline. I think I'm gonna turn into a mouse. I don't know. It happened to my coworker. I forgot his name. There's a video that I have to watch that I didn't watch last time. We have to go into our Windows 95 home screen. I never can see what that all says. Yeah, I didn't look at anything. You love the music and sounds. They are slightly nostalgic. Right, I don't need to do that. Let's watch the video first, I think. Well, do you mean to see the video, like a reminder of what all the videos were? We could do that. Ooh, look, seasonal worker. I have it on there now. Neat. Okay, hold on. What was I thinking? Yeah, let's take a look at some of the videos. Maybe this one's like the most important one. Ooh, lighthouse. Ooh, science show or something. Science mysteries lighthouse. Nice.
Mice. One of humanity's oldest friends and oldest enemies. From the Black Plague to the shelves of our pet stores, mice have lived alongside humans for centuries.
That's a really
and
big
just
mouse.
like humans,
It's not
mice
actually,
may even be
like a rat.
evolving alongside us as well. This is a mus musculus, otherwise known as the common house mouse. And this is Mus musculus loquentis, otherwise known as the smart mouse,
I think
a
they're
newly discovered
identical.
species known for its uniquely colored iris, and more importantly, its increased intelligence. Mice have brains smaller than peanuts, and yet, modern science has observed they are capable of thinking quite intelligently, and in the case of the smart mouse, perhaps even capable of communication. With the help of modern computer technology, today's scientists have been able to interpret the previously indecipherable squeaks of a smart mouse, and have discovered what seems to be hidden messages within.
I mean,
Let's
what does
take
that
listen.
mean, though?
What do you think? Is this a wonder of evolution? Or are we just hearing things that aren't there? Do mice and men have more in common than previously thought? Well,
Mice and men.
I suppose...
I don't know. So, like, okay, but like, what does that mean? We got a computer to translate the squeaks, but other mice don't squeak with language or something. Maybe. I don't know. We didn't do this one, but I did get like emails. Can you see my old emails? Yeah. So. This one. Mike was his name. I got these weird ones where he doesn't type very good and he's trying to warn me. He's like, leave, you gotta leave. And then he says it's too late. And then he says, oh, I found a safe place and there's like a hole. And then they're like, oh, hey, we got a new pet. We got a office pet. It's our office cat. And then this part was kind of funny. The hole has been breached. And so I think my coworker got turned into a mouse somehow. I don't understand though. And then they're making me work on the weekend, and that's where we're at now. And then they're saying, oh, this address is no longer active. Although, if you are receiving this email, it is because you have been emailed by this address before. The employee this address is registered to is no longer employed here at Home Safety Hotline. As of 4/30/1996, this address will be shut down and no longer able to send or receive email messages. If you need support from HSH, please contact us at support@hsh.mail. Thank you, Home Safety Hotline support. Yay! But then I made it and I got a coupon. I got a coupon. So let's see what our coupon is for today. It's exciting. Congratulations, employee! Your high accuracy rate has awarded you today's daily coupon. Today's daily coupon is for Hag Hide. Source cruelty-free from the perished and treated with our flower-scented formula. These are the best quality hag hides you'll find. This month only, we'll even throw in an iron wall mount free of charge. Let the whispers keep your bed and... Wait. Let the whispers keep your bed the safe haven it should be. Sleep easier, sleep safer. To receive your discount, simply type the following code during your online checkout. Sorry. Haggling for deals! Excuse me. I have to replay this so I can get all the coupons. I want to know what the codes are. Haggling for deals. Keep up the great work, employee. Fresh hag hide was $943.99. With your employee discount, it can be $777.99. Wow, what a deal! Haggling for deals. Anyway. We got another video. So let's see what this one is. I haven't watched this one yet. Ooh, Great American Hikes. Brought to you by the Home Safety Network. Okay. Ooh. What? Thunder Peak is one of America's most dangerous yet rewarding hiking locations. In this guide, we'll show you how you can be the best prepared for one of nature's most beautiful trails. Supplies. As with any hiking trail, you'll want to ensure you come prepared with supplies to help you meet the demanding physical trials ahead. Okay. Make sure to bring hiking boots. Water bottle. Okay, these make sense. Iron sword. Climbing gloves. If you don't have access to all these materials, be sure to consult one of the Thunder Peak Park guides before embarking. The trail. Thunder Peak is a straightforward but steep trail, consisting mostly of switchbacks leading through a natural cave and finally a short climb up to its pristine peak. Pace yourself as you progress. This both conserves energy and helps you appreciate the scenery around you. Be sure to stop and read the info signs littered along the trail. When you see red and yellow lines, it means you are in a high rockfall area. Travel with caution. Once you've entered the quiet zone, remain completely silent. Okay. As you approach the cave entrance, remove your hiking boots. Enter the cave. Maybe don't enter the cave, actually. When inside the cave, move carefully and quietly. Do not stop. What the fuck? Follow the lights. Do not stray. Caves are scary to begin with. If you hear this sound, stay still and unsheath your sword. Once you exit the cave, put on your boots and gloves for the final climb to the peak. You made it! Now enjoy the view. I've been to that biome and peak before. Scary. Okay. Good to know. Let's play. Let's play. We're gonna clock into work. It's gonna be great. It's Saturday. Okay. Is it too loud for you? No, it's probably fine. Okay, we clock in. We clock in. Yeah, the messed up videos, the trail one. I imagine, can you imagine making the video? Like they just sort of either live or vacationed near somewhere like that and just like shot it like with their cell phone or something. Carol! Be chill, Carol.
Park employee.
Oh god, you're not chill.
Here once more. Supervisor Carol here again. I've updated thy permissions to grant thee access to all relevant household hazard information.
Fuck me.
Continue thy labors, employee. Soon thy time in the soil arriveth. Prepare thy body.
I'm sorry, excuse me? I'm sorry, what? No. No, no, no. No, no. My time above the soil continues for a while, thank you. We will stay above. We will not be preparing my body. Prepare thy body to get punched in the face. Prepare thy body, Carol. I feel violated a little bit. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Ooh, autumn vines. I'm not gonna remember all these from last time. Autumn vines. Let's see. Ooh, spooky. Are organic red leaves that are known to slowly grow. Oh, fuck.
What the freak? I'm turning pink. Like, what's happened to me? The doctor said someone to take me away. I did what you told me to do. I did.
Wait. I don't remember what I told them. But if you would have told me you were turning pink, I would have told you what you had. I didn't know that. Anyway, you were annoying, so you deserve to die. Haha. Oopsie. Autumn vines. are vines with orange or red leaves that are known to slowly grow over a house, frequently occurring during the fall. Homeowners with autumn vines often report feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or blissful. Interesting.
Some kind of animal has gotten into my cellar. I know it's down there.
You look like
I
a
can hear it flapping
Victorian.
around sometimes when the house is quiet. Tell me, what to do to get rid of this thing? Because I think it's getting into all my Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays. I found a whole bunch of broken bottles on the floor. Stupid thing is probably getting loaded.
Okay, something's in your cellar. Also, I was gonna say you kind of look like a Victorian diagraph, or however you say that. You know, the early photos before photos. Daguerreotypes. That was dogger diggy dogger doogie types. You know, those thingies. Animal cellar down there. You hear it flapping around. Okay, flapping is important. When the house is quiet, tell me what to do to get rid of this thing. It's getting into all my Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays. Well, that's a Pinot Noir. Yeah, that one's a red wine. Kind of bitter. Super tanniny. Not my favorite, to be perfectly honest. And a Chardonnay is also a pretty dry, white wine. So basically, what I'm trying to say, it's like a white. I find Chardonnay to be like quite, almost offensive in how sharply dry it is. And I love a dry wine. It's not exactly dry. It's just like super, it's almost burny. It's very acidic. This is probably not the point of her telling me that it's getting into her wine. But I just want to, like, I need to, I'll focus. Hold on, Brittany.
Hold.
I'm gonna read these things. Because there's a bunch that are new. And I don't know the answers to them then. But yeah, autumn vines, they report feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or blissful. So it's not this, obviously. But I just want to read these things because I haven't before. The pheromones autumn vines release into the air while they're not toxic can often cause household accidents thanks to their blissful dizzying effects. Sounds kind of nice. I want some. To remove autumn vines from the household, locate where the initial growth is coming from by inspecting the soil around the home and extend an extended red parent vine. Pull the vine out by the roots and burn it. Prevent autumn vine growth by making regular offerings of insects or meat substance to the ones beneath the soil. And I criticize her wine selection. Yeah. Are you sure you're not French? Oh, I just went to culinary school. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I was even criticizing her wine selection. I was criticizing the creature's wine preference. There's better wines. I don't like Chardonnays. You don't got a Pinot Grigio? That one's a pretty dry one. It's super sour and I like it. And then, like, if you're gonna pick a red wine, you're gonna go for a Pinot Noir. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? You can't go for like a cab. Like, a cab is nice. Cab is peppery. I love a good cab like with a steak. Like, yes, it's super like tanniny, but that's why you need to you serve it with something that's extra fatty, and then like the fat will cut into the tannins a little bit, and it'll produce this like florally peppery flavor with it. I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to read. I need to stop. I need to read. Okay, yeah. Pull the vine out by the roots and burn it to prevent autumn vine growth by making regular offerings of insects or meat substance to the ones beneath. I'm gonna turn into something that you need to give offerings to? Could have. I do like a Riesling too. I do like a good Riesling. That's another white wine though. I was looking for some reds. I don't love a lot of red wines. I'm a white wine bitch. Bed hag. Wonderful. Let's see what she sounds like. Bed hags are large human... Bitch, you need some albuterol? I got an inhaler. Are you okay? Oh. Bed hag has asthma. I need you to stop, Glitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Look, it just seemed like I could, the first thing, and it was one of the early times when I didn't have as many, I hadn't gotten into things that were like super supernatural yet, and I was like, oh, like some of these things could be real, like some of the, maybe they're trying to like trick me up a little bit, and I was like, you know, in like a hot humid place, it gets cold at night or something like that, and then like, but if you're a yucky individual who goes to bed unwashed all the time, you know, like I could see that being, but that, you know, fuck you, never mind. Okay, bed hags are large humanoid bed hags are large humanoid creatures with an elderly woman-like appearance. Okay. They are known to dwell beneath beds, hammocks, and other suspended sleeping apparatus. Apparati, perhaps? Homeowners infested with bed hags will sometimes report croaking or wheezing sounds at night, or feeling of heavy weight on their chests at night. Oh, fuck. Okay. Those are my boobs. I feel a heavy weight on my chest all the time, but those are my boobs. I got Bed Hag 1 and Bed Hag 2 over here. Bed hags are not dangerous to most healthy human adults. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. But small children and humans suffering from breathing problems such as asthma, fuck me, may be adversely affected by the presence of bed hags. Bed hags are known to steal the breath of their sleeping subjects at night, causing shortness of breath and sometimes sleep paralysis. So you're the one who's doing it to me. Okay. Bed hags can, in fact, be beneficial to a home, as their presence can frighten off other pests such as various insects or mice. In the cases where bed hag is undesirable, it's advised to utilize HSH's pest removal services. Alright, seems good. Okay. What else we got? Dorsha. Or Dorka? For real, that's just sleep apnea. We should get fog checked for bed hags. We should. See, I have a suspended sleeping apparatus. But it's one of those, it's a coffer bed. So it has, like, you can't get underneath it in any way. You lift the bed and it has like an underbed space, but you lift it instead, and you can like bend down into it. So it's like a chest more than anything else. Is what coffer bed means, is like chest bed. So I think we would notice if we had a bed hag. She'd have to like lift the bed all the time. I love our bed. It's a big like storage space thing. So on my side, there's like a bunch of empty boxes that we keep because we anticipate moving. So that's kind of nice, but then like there's also like a bunch of other stuff. Sleep on the floor and prevent bed hags. That's another thing. Another thing with the bed teeth. If you sleep on directly on the floor with no ventilation underneath, like if you just have mattress on the floor, you can get like mold on your bed. It's not like my like, is that like a real thing? It's not like that didn't come from nowhere. It's not like it didn't and it was only when I read the first sentence. I hate you all. Mostly glitch. I spent 10 hours with glitch yesterday and I hate this, so obviously I hate them. Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep reading this while you're in ads though. Oh, why is it doing that? I need to figure out how to. Hi, Ro, I love you. I love you. You're not mean to me. You don't make fun of me for questioning sentence 1 of trying to read through bed teeth and being like, is this maybe real? And then like reading further and going, yeah, no, that's not real, okay. And of course, Glitch is my editor, so they're making a whole fucking short about it because they think it's funny. And then like to be fair, the short does like validate me a little bit because we go further and we get somebody who has bed teeth, and like the reason why I was like, oh, maybe this is real is because like I can really envision a world in which someone is gross enough that they would not wash their bedding or their bodies, and they could like make mold grow in their bed. And like not notice or care, and it could get you sick. And then we get the guy who has bed teeth, and he's like, yeah, I maybe shower once a week, maybe. So I tried showering more, and I was like, gross, man, gross. So I was validated with my perhaps real thing. I bet people do get mold in their beds though, and they don't know because they're gross. Anyway, this thing that we're reading about, because it's new and I don't know about it. I think it's Dorsha or Dorka. Dorka is the one who delivers. Homeowners experiencing Dorsha or Dorsha commonly report feelings of immense dread and the sensation of being followed or pursued. They may also experience visions of a great lurking shadow. Dorsha will deliver that which it seeks. Oh man, I'm gonna be fucked by this thing, aren't I? That's what's gonna take me down into the soil. There's no coming back from a deliverance. Dorsha is otherwise harmless to humans it does not seek. To be sought by a Dorsha is to be found by a Dorsha. If you or a loved one are sought, it is advised to grieve and find peace through acceptance. Alright. We just read a little bit of this one. Oh, we read all of this one. We didn't go into any one of those. But welcome back from ads. The Dorsha is just gonna come get ya. They get ya. If they want you, they get ya. Sucks to be you. And then why can't I go down? Oh, I need my mouse. Okay, what else? Leprechaun. Let's listen to it. Oh. Okay, leprechauns are small humanoids covered in long brown hair that are known for consuming common household valuables such as jewelry, silverware, and other precious metals. So our wino does not have this. In addition to being a household nuisance, leprechauns' appetite for precious metals can also cause long-term damage to heaters, furnaces, and other common appliances if they are not properly protected. Additionally, leprechauns can occasionally cause direct harm to humans in cases where homeowners have metallic medical implants such as braces, crowns, or joint replacements. Oh my god. Can you imagine a leprechaun coming for your hip? You got a hip replacement and they go, I'm gonna get you a hip. I'm gonna get you a hip, granny. Why does a leprechaun sound like that in my brain? What the fuck? I'm gonna get you a hip, granny. Okay. Leprechauns will move on to other feeding grounds on their own once they run out of food, but more proactive means of removal require physical capture. If immediate removal is desired, it is recommended to utilize professional help via the control services. This sounded more like a goblin, it's true. I would ask if you're okay, but I already know the answer is no. Thank you, Ro. I am not okay. I took tramadol again. So your bitch is on painkillers and having a great time, honestly. I had tea, so I had caffeine, like more caffeine than I normally do, because I had like a double tea bag type of situation. Earl Grey. And you know, Ro, you grew up Mormon. You grew up in a time without caffeine. Do you remember? I mean, I assume you grew up in the times when you weren't supposed to have caffeine. Did you also like grow up not having like big amounts of caffeine all the time? Because a lot of my stuff was caffeine free that I drank. I mean, I drank caffeine because I drank like Mountain Dew and stuff as a teenager. And I really like Code Red, but like I had gotten off it for a really long time and I would get caffeine free stuff a lot. And so like I went a really long time without caffeine. And then in college, like I drank Diet Coke and stuff like that, but I'd never had coffee before. Not like large amounts of coffee anyway. I mean, I had coffee like every once in a while at like church function things, because I'm not Mormon church function things, because I had done like other stuff with Glitch's church and got really involved in there. But then we like when we went to college, I drank like 12 cups of coffee in 2 hours, something like that. I drank like a whole pot. And I don't know how I got into the Snuggie, but I do know that I could not get out of the Snuggie and I really had to pee. And that was my college experience. I didn't get like blackout drunk, but I got caffeinated the fuck to fucking back. That's the most Mormon thing about me, I feel like. Is because I grew up in a household that didn't have a lot of caffeine and we didn't drink coffee. And so like my experiences with coffee were like really, really small as a teenager and like infrequent. I got a little into coffee for a while, but I think I ADHD'd it as too many steps. Alright, yeah, no, I feel that. I have tea every once in a while now because I like coffee. I like coffee in a way where I'm like, I forget I like coffee until I have coffee. But I don't like coffee enough to get a coffee maker, and coffee over here is espresso. You know, do like drip coffee. Or I could get instant coffee, and I'm like, sometimes I think about getting the instant coffee because it's not that bad anymore. It's not great, but it's not. They have some pretty good ones over here. And I just like, I don't like it enough. I prefer tea. I like the idea of tea, except pretty much every time I have it, I don't actually like it that much. Fair. I grew up with herbal teas because that was allowed in Mormonism. I don't understand why. I started having coffee because my family started it. Because my family's starting at like 8. Yeah, exactly. Like my family didn't drink coffee. Which, by the way, I don't understand how people function without caffeine. Like, my husband doesn't drink a lot of caffeine, and I'm like, this is why you're tired. Devil's temperature. Yeah, it's bad for your... I think if you had more caffeine in your life, honey, you would be not peppy, but no, I don't know. That's true. I was told it was the tannins in base tea, but I don't think that's I don't think that's canon either. I don't think anybody knows. I was told it was caffeine, and so I was a little smart mouth little bitch, as I do. I've never not been this. And so one time in what the fuck do they call that? Like young women's bullshit thing. We went to one of them and we made cookies, and they were chocolate chip cookies, and I was like, you know, chocolate has caffeine in it. Sister, you're poisoning us with caffeine right now. Because there's caffeine in chocolate. The Mormons didn't like me. In primary, we did this little test thing, and they were like, you're at a party and you are offered iced tea. What do you say? And they ask me this, and I go, and I'm like, it's primary, so I was probably like 7 or 8. They're like, you're offered iced tea. What do you say? And the thing, I knew what I was supposed to say. I was supposed to say, no, thank you. And I was like, okay, but riddle me this, sister. Because you call them sister last name all the time. It's sister and brother last name. Riddle me this, Sister Smith. What if you're really, really thirsty? And she's like, well, you should still say no. And I was like, okay. But what if you're like gonna die if you don't drink something? Like you're literally dying of thirst, and the only thing that they can offer you is some iced tea. What then? And she's like, you should still say no, tiny little Callie. Joseph Smith or whatever tells us that we should say no. So you want to do what Joseph Smith or whatever tells us to do, because even though we don't worship Joseph Smith, it sure fucking feels like we do. Remember, CTR, choose the right. We have little rings. We gave you a little plastic ring thing. You have to CTR, choose the right. So you should choose the right and not. And I'm like, but okay, you are in a desert. There's nothing around you. Something has happened, and the only thing you can get is an iced tea. And if you don't drink the iced tea, you will die. What are you supposed to do? the poor woman who was teaching. I shouldn't have. I feel bad that I did this to her, because she didn't know what to say. She was like, this is not in the training manual, because they give like how to do primary school training manuals. They're like, this is not, I don't know what I'm supposed to, I can't tell them that you should. Pikachu Nefesh is what is what you were getting at, Ethan, as a kid. I'm sorry, Pikachu. Oh, what is that actually? But yeah. It's a Jewish thing that is you have to yes, you should follow all the mitzvot as you can. You have to follow as many mitzvot. I can't remember what it is. It's been so long since I've done any studying. But it's a mitzvot itself. It's a mitzvah itself. That you should follow all of the mitzvot as much as you possibly can. But if there's one that you should follow that would harm you in any way, it is a sin to follow it. It does look like Pikachu, I'm sorry. Pikach. Yeah, something like that. I'm not pronouncing it great. It's my fault. But yeah, but it's basically that. Like, if you you like, for example, there's a lot of fasting holidays. There's a ton of fasting holidays. It would be a sin for me to follow the fast because that could potentially harm me. It could potentially kill me. And just like some people argue that like during the Holocaust and stuff like that, you could say that it would be a sin to if you were like passing as non-Jew, it would be a sin to say that you were Jewish because that would put you in harm's way. So like it would be that's something that some people had argued and continue to argue for. So it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. But like in Mormonism, that's not a thing. Apparently, you should just die. that poor primary teacher. I feel kind of bad because, you know, everybody's brainwashed. It's not her fault. Survival above base rules. Yeah. Also, use your dice. Discretion. Anyway, leprechauns. In addition to being household nuisances, right, they have an appetite for precious metals, braces, crowns, hip replacement, grannies, right. Leprechauns will move on to other... Poor Brittany. Poor Brittany is like, why is it taking so long? You did the same thing in church as a kid. But why is this? Ask why a lot. That's how I knew. That's how I knew I was Jewish. Ask why too much. Well, sort of Jewish. Jewish. I didn't get to finish my conversion because I don't have anything close by, and I have to do certain things in order to finish it, and it's just like not possible for me right now where I live. But for the time being, I live as Jewishly as possible and hope that at some point in the future I'll be able to have an opportunity to finish my conversion. And pray with everything in me that things stop being fucking dumb. With people in anti-Semitism and you know, Israel bullshit that nobody over here at least is happy about. Fucking political shit. I hate it. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, we did leprechauns. We understand leprechauns now. Neighbor's doorway. Oh, weird. Neighbor's doorway are door frame-like structures that can often appear in basements or cellars. Okay. They are known to cause confusion if stepped through, as well as parallelism. Alright. Neighbor's doorways do not cause any direct harm to humans. Sorry, I have hiccups. But if stepped through, the resulting parallelism will often result in unwanted household activities, such as altered behavior or perceived missing memories in the human who comes through the other side. Okay. Neighbors' doorways are tricky to remove without accidentally putting one's body through them and potentially triggering the parallel activity. It is advised to utilize the HSH's doorway removal service. One can prevent neighbors' doorways from occurring by practicing mindfulness, not letting one's mind wander towards wishing for alternative life paths. Okay, well, that's kind of nice. That one's easy. Not what we're doing. We'll have a puka. Look at it, it's kind of cute. Hi, puka. You're pookie puka. Oh, you're like a little puppy. You are. You're a little scary puppy, aren't you? Oh. Okay, puka are shapeless creatures that commonly inhabit homes in the shape and likeness of a household pet. They are known for their tendency to replace common pets such as dogs and cats, and live in their place to watch the homeowners eat and sleep. Homeowners with puka frequently report unusual or frightening pet behavior. Ariel? Dora, are you a puka? I'm pretty sure he's a dog. Pukas are relatively harmless to humans, but the discarded bodies of household pets they leave behind can over time create other pest and disease. Did they kill the dog? The other? Well, I would know. I would know if one of my dogs got replaced by a puka, because there's nowhere to hide a body in this little tiny apartment. A foul smell signifies decay, and discarded bodies should be found and removed immediately. Pukas can be encouraged to leave the home by drawing attention to their activities. Pukas thrive on the attention they receive from frightened homeowners. They refrain from screaming or yelling when surprised by them. Oh, sure. Okay. Okay, fine. That's kind of funny, though. Reanimation. Reanimations are deceased remains of living creatures capable of moving on their own. Look at that. That's freaky. Homeowners with reanimations commonly report foul smells, soil being tracked inside the home, and large holes in the ground appearing near or around the home. Reanimations are capable of spreading a wide variety of dangerous diseases and parasites. Okay. They also commonly used to inflict direct violence against homeowners and are incredibly adept at hiding and waiting for vulnerable moments. Dude, imagine you have a puka and then your dog gets reanimated. Maybe they would fight, you think? Doppelgangers in real. Do you think the dogs would point at each other like the Spider-Man doppelganger meme? I would take a picture of that. Okay, sorry. Reanimation's pursuit is slow but relentless, so relocation is not necessary or advisable. It is advised to contact any friends, neighbors, or strangers the homeowners may have recently sighted and make peace or bargain. Oh, because maybe you pissed off a witch or something? That meme is what happens when multiple pukas try to replace your pet at once. Okay. A spriggan. Oh, we had the spriggan, and the spriggan makes the vines. The sprig tree and the sprig vines. So now we know what the spriggan is. Let's listen to it. Oh. Is it? I think glitch. I think fog might be a spriggan, because it sounds exactly like when fog sleeps. It sounds exactly. We need to get. Let's see how we get rid of it. Okay, spriggans are small green humanoids with leaf-like coatings on their body. They are seen rarely in households and reside primarily inside trees. They are known to act violently upon homeowners when provoked. However, homeowners affected by spriggans commonly report rapid vine growth in and around the homes, and the feeling that the trees are watching them. Okay. Spriggans are incredibly dangerous to humans when provoked, and physical contact with one will result in the growth of a sprig tree within the affected individual. Spriggans cannot be persuaded to leave the home once provoked. However, one can take precautions to prevent provoking a spriggan. Refrain from removing trees, flowers, and weeds on your property. Do not ever kill or hunt wildlife within view of the home. Do not eat any wild fruit or vegetable that may grow on your property. Consider making offerings of water each night, left in a clean dish on your porch. No, maybe he's not a spriggan. Because I don't think I've ever seen him get upset about eating fruit or vegetables. He's not known for eating fruit and vegetables, to be clear. To be fair, I mean, he's not known for it. Okay, troll. Oh, probably in the background there, huh? Let's listen. Listen. That's scary. Those are giant 12-foot tall nocturnal creatures that normally are not seen in the home. However, during the winter, they will deflate their bodies in order to fit inside homes and steal warm materials such as blankets or articles of clothing. Homeowners infested with a troll will frequently report missing clothes or claim to hear shrill sounds of air escaping in the middle of the night. Trolls are very dangerous to humans when they are startled, thanks to their ability to inflate their bodies to full height of 12 feet in a matter of seconds. Their skin, despite its flexibility, is incredibly durable and will smash through the ceilings of most homes when fully inflated, causing property damage and injury to anyone in the vicinity. Do not ever approach a troll. An active troll will leave by morning once it has secured its bounty. It is recommended to install repelling fixtures such as UV light to prevent future break-ins. Okay. Warlock remnants. Maybe this is what it is. I don't know. Warlock remnants are a residual presence often left behind by former warlock, most commonly inhabiting older homes, castles, or underground dwellings. Okay, it's a cellar, so this sounds pretty good. Homeowners experiencing warlock remnants often report objects moving on their own, the sound of hostile warning whispers, or sighting bearded figures in reflective surfaces. Warlock remnants, while a hostile presence, are mere echoes of former selves, and are generally harmless. Their ability to manipulate small household objects can prove hazardous to less cautious homeowners, however. Okay. Homeowners can purge the remnant from their home with the use of the Sealy Stone, but journey to retrieve one is both long and perilous. It is not recommended. If a warlock remnant proves sufficiently hazardous or inconvenient, it is highly recommended for homeowners to simply relocate. Alright, so it's not that, but we have a wine sprite, so that seems likely. Wine sprites are subspecies of sprites. They are known for consuming wine, so this wine sprite has shit, I say, taste. They are small, large-eyed, winged creatures. Common report broken glasses and their wine having a rotten smell. Wine sprites are not directly dangerous to humans. Known to spread. Fey flu. There's pesticides. So. Oh, flapping. Flapping. That was one of the words. So yeah, this makes sense. I'll go ahead and submit the answer then. Since we've been on this for like an hour. I keep yapping about dumb shit. Wine sprite. Here you go. Enjoy, Brittany. This is why it takes us forever. Alright. Info successfully sent. Cool. Let me just wait for another ring. I was gonna look at stuff while we waited. Hi.
So, I think something may have died inside my desk. It stinks to high heavens, and something is leaking out of it.
It's the wood
I
thing.
had to lock the door to my office since my kids are overly curious about the smell, so
Wood
I need
secretions.
to know what to do about this as soon as possible.
Yeah, Ruth, you got yourself some wood secretions.
Please hold.
See over here, we got them. It sounds disgusting. Wood secretions are a pink viscous liquid and substance that can sometimes form from wood that has been mistreated. It is known to drip from wood materials. It's a sticky cooling backup. I'm trying to see if it stinks. You shouldn't touch it. Oh, the foul odor will be interpreted as sweet candy-like smell to them, making them particularly susceptible to accidental ingestions. Oh, the kids want to eat it. Did she say her kids want to eat it? Oh yeah, my kids are overly curious about it. But yeah, obviously it's wood secretions. Let me see. Once started, wood secretions will continue indefinitely. To remove the hazard from the home, the offending wood should be replaced entirely. To prevent wood from entering secretion stays, ensure good care is taken towards wood at home, and refrain from scratching, knocking, or banging on wood surfaces. Do not insult or shout at wood. This person's probably a gamer and they just like rage quit a lot, and so they punch their desk. They go, and then they like throw their controller and stuff at it, and then they say, fuck you, and the wood took it real personally. Yeah, Ruth, you should probably get your anger issues in check or stop playing Valorant. Well, whatever. Okay, wood secretions. So anyway, I started secreting. Oh, did I click it? I did. Okay, we're good. Man, the emote, the load emote always makes me feel a little like weird because that guy's dead. That guy is super dead. A good one though. That was a good emote.
I think there's someone watching me.
Oh, Howard.
Outside. Something is moving around in the trees, and I can never get a good look at them, but I know they're out there. I've seen their eyes.
Don't be
I don't
mean
know
to
who
them.
they are, but the police were no help. They just asked me stupid questions like if I mowed my lawn recently or if I ate fruit in public or something.
Oh,
and
shit.
told me to call you. Hope
Yeah.
you'll be more helpful.
Bro, don't eat fruit in public. That would be a problem. Don't go out. Don't eat. Eating fruit in public is a problem.
Please hold.
So that one's a Spriggan for sure. This guy's gonna turn into a tree if he ain't careful. If he's not careful, he's gonna turn into a whole ass tree. And then he'll be like the demon worshippers from last time. Or the satanic panic woman mom. Where is it? Spriggan. Be careful. Leave some water out. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's gonna give us one. We're not gonna have the thing, and I'm not gonna remember any of the new stuff or the old stuff because it's been a while. Okay, normal call.
My brother told me to call this number, but
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Things have never been better around here.
Oh.
My brother says
Oh,
he
no.
doesn't like the way the leaves move.
Yeah, that's some autumn
The way they
vines.
grow around the house like a warm embrace. Things are good here, brother. Things are good. Would you tell my brother that things are good?
Oh, okay. Jay, my friend, you just hold on.
Please hold.
Let me get you the thing. I'm gonna look at them again because it's pretty cool. I want to see what the danger is. The pheromones in autumn vines released in the air, while not toxic, can cause household accidents thanks to their blissful dizzying effects. I don't know. I don't know, man. It sounds. Maybe I just like being high too much. maybe that's what it is. I guess it would be annoying to be high all the time, though. So here you go. Your brother is just looking out for you. It might be not good to be high all the time. Dead hags. Black mold. Fucker. Those things are beat.
Hi. Do
Hi,
you
Joe.
know how I got here? I'm
Neighbor door.
I'm not where I
Mm-hmm.
Please, I was told that you could help me. My family. They aren't my family. I don't know what's happened. Please
That's
tell
what
me how to get back to my
parallelism then
family.
is. That sounds unpleasant. You hold on, Jill.
Please hold.
I don't know what to do for you exactly, but I do know what happened to you. And maybe that would be good. Look at this guy. He seems fine. But a boggart is what happens when you let a what are those things called? Up here. Not a gnome. What were they called? The things that clean. Hobs. It's what happens when a hob is metamorphosized. We have a common hob in here, and then we have other kinds of hobs. Carbonated ants, Killer grotto. Right? It has kind of a weird smell. I think, yeah, bad smell coming from it. And then this was the gross. I'm just trying to remind myself of everything, because eventually we won't have. Wait, Dreamweaver is a spider. We won't. It'll be bad and it'll make all of my stuff go away. Oh, anyway, what was it that I said that was yours? Is a neighbor's door. Neighbor's doorway. Doesn't really cause harm, but can be confusing and bad. Mindfulness. Right. Okay. Well, you'll probably be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your family's probably kind of your family. I went too far because I stopped paying attention and I kept on, I kept going. Here we go. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Can you imagine, though, you, like, maybe live a whole life in the other parallel, and then you come back to reality, and then your family is, like, not who they were in your brain?
Hi, yeah, there's this awful smell of rotten eggs coming from my dining room, and when I looked to see what it was, I saw this awful, disgusting pile of crap on my dinner table. It's quite big, too, which has me worried that whatever produced this might still be in the house. Because who knows how big this thing is. I mean, my dog can't even lay down something that big.
This one I don't know.
Please hold.
I do kind of remember from last time there being something that has like a large dropping sort of situation. I don't remember. No, they live in your trash. Man, I don't know. Attic doesn't make sense. Anything in the attic doesn't. I'm trying to think. Is there something that would live in your kitchen? Let's see. Something with rotten. Smell of rotten eggs. Smell of rotten eggs. And then it leaves behind pretty big amounts of droppings. The horde leaves a big thing of garbage, so it's not that. don't know. The troll doesn't make sense. Either. Homeowners frequently report missing clothes. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I was just thinking because they were big. These other ones were so easy. This one's really confusing for me. I can't think of anything. If you guys can think of things, please let me know. Because I'm stumped. The reanimation doesn't make sense. Even though they do smell bad. Wait, foul smells. Soil being tracked in the home. Large holes in the ground. So yeah, that doesn't make sense. I remember making a Triceratops joke last time. Like Jurassic Park, that's one big pile of shit, but I don't remember what it was. Me neither. Like a pile of cookies? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know. And I'm confused. Not seeing anything that's not like a direct, like, this is. I'm seeing people complain about it. I know there's something that's in the kitchen though, but I can't remember what it was called. But it doesn't look like poop, so it doesn't make sense. Or it doesn't. I don't think it make. I don't know. Let's look. For it's something with fairies. Something with kitchen, food, something very. Oh, let's try it. Bay Feast? No, because the horde is garbage. Is like a lot of garbage. So that doesn't make sense to me either. I don't know. Well, I mean, it smells like garbage. Bay Feasts are mid to large sized piles of various edible food substances frequently including flour, cornmeal, and various species of fungi. But they're in eating areas, which like this is the only thing that's making me think this is because it's a dining table. And like this is a dining table. Is it well, it does say disgusting pile of crap, which like I don't know. That's what I was like. I don't know if she's actually talking about poop, because she could be talking about poop, because she's talking about it being stinky. Is this stinky? Are not dangerous if consumed, but if left untouched, they can provoke more dangerous activity. That doesn't make sense. Maybe neither? Oh. That's what I thought. That's what I looked, but the troll doesn't poop. And why would it poop on the dining table? And then I also thought, well, maybe it's wood secretions again, but it doesn't make sense that they would do that twice in a round. Because, like, maybe it's... But she didn't... I think she would have mentioned if it was, like, gooey pink stuff. It doesn't seem like it's edible either. It's quite thick too, which has me worried that whatever produced this might still be in the house, because who knows how big this thing is. Mid to large size. So it doesn't say it's food substances, but maybe all you have is gross shit in your house. I don't know. The only reason I think it's this is because it's on a dining table. And nothing makes sense. Nothing in our thing makes sense. And I feel like I'm really stretching for something. I'm almost like annoyed and just want to like go for it. And it's like, I don't know. So wood secretions almost make sense because maybe the table is made out of wood. And it could just be like a big pile of goo, but that doesn't make sense because it would be like secreting out of all of the wood, so it wouldn't be a pile. It's on the table, she said. Wine sprites don't have anything. Whistling fungi come out of cracks in like basements and stuff like that. Or holes. There's lots of holes in your thing. A warlock remnant is like a ghost. Unicorn fungi is a horn on your dog. Or usually your dog, you get a horn, and then they dig a lot. We fucked up on that one earlier. I thought it might be a trash gnome too, but that's just a gnome who lives in your trash can. It doesn't make piles, but the rotten eggs kind of is there. Report a rotten. Maybe you have a large clumps of fur through the house. Is it fur? They tip the garbage cans and make loud noises at night. But there's nothing about a pile. Yeah, I don't know. Toilet hob cleans your toilet. That's kind of gross. Ticks are normal things. Termites are normal things. A tea sprite is like a wine sprite but lives in your tea. Stair slugs go up and down your stairs. Sprig vines make your house get trapped in vines. A sprig tree grows out of you if you piss off a spriggan. A spriggan lives in the trees and does those things. A soap sprite is a sprite that looks kind of like soap and acts kind of like soap but isn't soap. A seedling, I've kind of forgot, but I don't think it has anything to do with piles of crap. Seedlings are small insectoid creatures about the size of an aphid and are known for burrowing outdoor planters and gardens, feeding off the roots and nearby weeds. Don't remove them. Nothing about piles. I don't know. Reanimation is dead things coming back to life and hurting you. Rain nymphs are things that ask to come inside when it is raining and you shouldn't let them in. Raccoons are raccoons. A portal opens up to another dimension. A puka is a doppelganger. A pipe hob is a hob that lives in pipes. Pipe growth is a pipe that makes makes your pipe get like big and fat, and it will eat your fingers or something. Night wisps are like lights in the night, and they're kind of dangerous. I don't remember why, but they are. The night gnome is a gnome that looks in your window at night. Neighbor's doorway opens up and does parallel worlds. Moles are moles. Mirror nymph is a nymph that holds up a mirror and then you forget what your face looks like. Mice are mice. Memory wisps will steal your memories and there's no way to get them back, and that sucks. Leprechauns are leprechauns. Laundry gnomes are gnomes that live in your laundry, and they look like your socks sometimes, and they can make themselves look like things, but they live in your laundry. Lamp sprites are sprites that live in your lamps. A kobold is the cute little... Okay, maybe you poop on things, though. Do you poop on things? 5 foot tall humanoid creatures with dog-like faces. Known to burrow into dark rooms and storage closets and make their home owners sometimes report broken floorboards. Okay, so that one doesn't make sense. I think Fae Feast makes the most sense. It doesn't make a ton of sense, but none of them make sense. House spiders are spiders, house flies are flies, house fires are fires, the horde has garbage, but, like, this is different than a pile on your... Invisible, odorless collective consciousness that is known to collect and store large quantities of common household refuse. Yeah, that's different than the pile on your... There's a pile on her... Yeah, okay, okay. You're talking me into the Fae Feast. It doesn't make any sense still. Gophers are gophers. Frozen pipes are frozen pipes. A fracture hub lives in cracks in your wall. I'm just trying to remember what everything is. Yeah, the odorless thing also doesn't make sense. Floor roots are roots that come out of the floor. False beef. Oh, false beet. Beets, not beef. False. Okay, so a false rose bush is a rose bush that has legs and will attack you and, like, kill your dogs or small children and chase you. And false flower is a flower that is pretend. I think it's fairy in origin. Slender creatures vaguely resemble common house plants, known to take root in potted plants, disguising themselves as among flowers. Homeowners often report hearing singing, right? They sing. They're harmless if they're left on their devices. If homeowners attempt to disrupt them or remove them, they often lash out, spraying toxic chemicals, causing blindness and loss of sight. I'm only doing this because I want to remember them for when we get one that I don't know. So it's kind of nice to go through each one and know what they are. False beet, though, is one that if you... It's a beet. It looks like a beet, and if you eat it, it will, like, attach into you and cause stomach problems, and there's no way to get rid of it without killing you. So... Sometimes I feel like I have a false beet. I'm infected with a false beet. And that's why you shouldn't eat uncooked beets. Yeah, it's true. A false artifact is a artifact like a television is what they think they show here. That is just it's like a mimic. And it can it's the buzzing sounds can usually be heard by very young human, children, and small animals. And it will eat them, basically. Fae flu is what happens if you're around, like, sprites and stuff like that, and it makes your face break out in flowers, and your eyes will turn, like, pink and stuff like that. And I think you, like, kind of, like, get crazy. You go a little insane. Here's Fae Feast, which we've all... is a contender. Is a contender. A Dreamweaver is, like, a spider thing, and it, like, affects your dreams, I believe? Oh, to weave dreams into reality. That's right. Okay. It can cause nearby humans to only dream about everything being covered in webs. They will move on into a household if no other spiders are present. So keep your house spiders around. They will help. The Dorcha is the new thing that will just kill you. The desk hob is a hob that lives in your desk and will keep things clean and stuff like that. The common hob, again, keeps things clean in your house, but otherwise it's just there. Unless they metamorphosize into the boggart. Cockroaches are cockroaches. Closet labyrinths are an opening in your closet that puts you into a labyrinth that you get lost in. Primarily in, like, big things. Cellar growths are the things that come from the ceiling. So there's stalagmites. Tights? I think it's stalactites. I don't remember. Growth is when they glow in the dark. Would not make a big poopy thing. A slimy residue, sound of drippings, pitching, or strange glows coming from the cellar. Okay. The cello grotto is the stinky thing that is often in your thing. It's like another... It's another, like, portal type of thing. Carbon answer carbon monoxide is carbon monoxide. Boggarts are the things that are kind of scary and dangerous, that are what hobs turn into if you don't appease them. Black mold is black mold. Bees are bees. Bed teeth are the teeth that grow in your bed, and it's a type of fungi. The bed hag is the little witch that sits on your chest and lives under your bed. Bed bugs are bed bugs. Bats are bats. Autumn vines are the things that make you feel real good. Attic gnomes are gnomes that live in your attic. And an animation is like a doll that is brought to life. Okay, I went through all of them and I remember what all these things are. That's helpful. Knocking from ceiling. Oh yeah, there's something with the dust in this one. The J.K. Rowling black mold memes are amazing. I'm sorry, excuse me? I don't know what that is. I try to stay away from all of that. I'm gonna go with the Fae, the Fae thingy. Fae Feast. You want to look at the troll one more time? We can do that. It was helpful to go through all of them though and just try to remember what they are, because we haven't. It's been a week since we played. Trolls, giant 12-foot nocturnal creatures that normally are not seen in the home. However, during the winter, they can deflate their bodies, and they steal warm materials such as blankets or articles of clothing. Homeowners infested with troll will frequently report missing clothes or claim to hear shrill sounds of air escaping in the middle of the night. It's like none of that. And even if we keep on going, there's nothing about yeah, there's property damage because it can grow. It can inflate its body again and it'll like ruin your ceilings. But that's it. This is stupid. This I can see why they saw somebody complaining. Yeah, Fae Feast. We'll take another look at it. It is a pile. It makes me wonder what the fuck they have to eat in their house, because it should just be stuff. But not, like, do you just have rotten eggs? Maybe they put the rotten eggs in it. I don't know. It's stupid. Okay, let's just do that, because I'm done. I'm done, but we have taken the time to reacquaint ourselves with things, which is good. Ultimately good. Ultimately a good idea. We don't have to get them all right, you know? I don't think there's like that much of a punishment if you get them wrong. Hi, Paul.
I'm not sure what to do anymore.
Okay.
My kids can't sleep at night. I've been spraying about 50 different kinds of pesticides all over the place.
Okay.
Washed and scrubbed all the bed sheets as much as frickin' possible. And every night it's the same story. Bunch of itchy kids with nightmares waking up at 4 a.m. and begging to sleep in Papa's bed. I'm fresh out of ideas.
A bunch of itchy kids with nightmares. Itchy kids. Yeah, maybe the hag? But why are they itchy? We'll go look at the hag again, because we can.
Please hold.
No need to... bed hag. Well, bed bugs. Yeah, that's true. Bed bugs give me nightmares too. Bed hags, large humanoid, doesn't look like an elder woman. They dwell beneath beds. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Report choking and wheezing, feeling heavy under. Yeah, I kind of don't think it would be because I think the kids would die if it kept on going. Right, that's the other thing is bed bugs are notoriously hard to remove. But if it's being treated, and like you can't do it with pesticides. Let's see what they say. Me trying to cover it up. I don't want to look. There we go. It's the only thing I have. Meanwhile, on my actual screen, I can't see it. Bedbugs are small insects known for feeding on human blood, often report itchiness and sometimes delayed onset of rashes. They're dangerous for this, but let's see. Bedbugs have developed resistance to majority of common pesticides. They are therefore quite difficult to remove. Yeah, this makes sense. It makes sense to throw in like a mundane thing in here too. Okay. Wait, do this to make the answer. Get rid of this so you guys can. You don't have to see that. We're good. We're not gonna look at it anymore. Yeah, you gotta pray to a dead god and sacrifice your newest Roku. Absolutely, yeah. We had bed bugs in college in our dorm, and it was horrendous. The worst thing. Because you couldn't get rid of it, and I, like, was going insane. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating. I still have scars on my ankles from the bed bug infestation. Which is why I had to cover it up, because it's actually slightly triggering to me. It's pretty bad. Okay, we'll just look at bats instead. Oh, look how cute. Look at the cute little bats. They're so cute. Itchiness was what got it. Oh, it was really itchy. I'd like take a nap and then I'd wake up and there'd be like bed bugs crawling around and I'd be like, ah, because they're always like, oh, you don't see the bed bugs. Yes, you fucking do. You do. They are around. You can see them.
Okay, you want to explain to me what the hell is happening? I called last week to ask why my home heater has been having issues, and nothing's changed after following the instructions you sent me. Be quiet. I know your teeth hurt, but Daddy's on the phone right now. Anyway, we're still freezing our butts off over here, so tell me what the hell is happening right now so I can get this fixed properly.
Freezing. Cold. It's cold. What the hell is happening? I called last week to ask about why my home's heater has been issues. Oh, maybe leprechauns. Yeah, they're small, but not that small. Maybe leprechauns, because the leprechauns will come and they'll eat your. I guess they don't eat, but they take your parts of your furnace apart. Okay.
Please hold.
Hold on a minute, Charles. Let me take a look. Let's look at leprechauns for a second. The cold pipes is a thing, but it's just talking about how it's dangerous to have your pipes freeze. Leprechauns are small humanoid creatures covering brown hair that are known for consuming common household valuables such as jewelry, silverware, and other precious metals. But over here, you see, in addition to being a nuisance, leprechauns' appetite for precious metals can also cause long-term damage to heaters, furnaces, and other common appliances if they are not properly protected. Heat would make sense too, since dentists sometimes use silver and such in fillings. Oh yeah, that's true. That was another thing that they said, because leprechauns can occasionally cause direct harm to humans in cases where homeowners have metallic medical implants such as braces, crowns, or joint replacements. But that might be throwing us off. I was wondering if there's something that like maybe it would make your kid cry. But yeah, this is why I was thinking this one was because even if you fix it, if you don't, you know, protect it, then they'll just come back and eat the parts. Oh, did they eat it? Yeah, consuming. They consume. I think that's the only thing that would cause things to be cold. I won't go through every single one again. I feel pretty confident about this one actually. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Leprechaun. Pipe hobs are just hobs that live in your pipe though. They just live in pipes or cylindrical type items. And they clean up around your pipes. And their pipes also are more like plumbing and not heating. So unless you have water things. Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident that it's a leprechaun. I'm confident. I feel good about this. Watch me be wrong. Watch me be wrong. Confidently wrong. You think I get a break? Do I have to clock out for my breaks?
I think some pranksters might be giving my wife and I a run for our money.
Okay, Edward.
Lately, my wife's clothes have started going missing, and at night I keep hearing this strange whoopee cushion type sound coming from outside.
That sounds like a troll.
I tried to scare the kids off by keeping the porch lights on at night and putting out a neighborhood watch sign, but
I think
they're onto my tricks.
Whoopee cushion.
Do you have any advice you can send me?
Yeah, you just wait right there, Edward.
Please hold.
I'm gonna go listen to what a troll sounds like because I think that's kind of funny. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. I see. The deflation, yeah, I get it. That makes sense. I mean, I knew it was a troll at first, but I just wanted to hear it. I thought it would be funny. It was a little funny. Troll. Here you go. You take care of that. Probably. Yeah, go into the house, they deflate, and then when they walk out, they reinflate every time. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. You just gotta make sure they don't come back inside. They're just cold, though. Maybe just, I don't know, knit them some sweaters.
I saw your commercial and I thought I would call just in case you might know what's going on. I was recently putting on my kettle for a bit of afternoon Earl Grey when I heard this awful buzzing sound coming from the cupboard. I looked around inside, but I couldn't find anything but a few loose tea leaves.
Perhaps
I'm quite concerned about the hornets and the bees and the like because I'm quite allergic to their stings, you know. So I just wanted to know if there's anything I should be worried about right now. My hearing isn't what it used to be, after all.
Okay, Sheila. I'll get you your information that you need.
Please hold.
I got you. We got it over here. We're gonna look at it for a second, even though we are all pretty sure. Oh no! It's doing things. We got the network error. We can listen. Can you listen? Ooh. But yeah, no, it sounds like a tea sprite. We'll go ahead and do it. Tea sprite. I also was having an afternoon Earl Grey, which is contributing to whatever the fuck is going on with my current disposition. It's gone cold now though, but you know, it's still good cold. A good thing you looked through almost every single entry before. Exactly! That's why I did it, because I knew this was gonna happen. That's what I was like. Oh, I need to refresh my memory on these things because it's been a week. It's been a week and I don't remember. I knew what I was doing. I'm a smart. I'm a smart. That's me, guys. Did you know that? I get scared when it makes the. Hi, Christy.
Hi, we need some medical help. I'm not exactly sure what to say since I talked to our family practitioner already, but he said to call here, so we've been having some trouble sleeping. I thought it was just me, but both my husband and I started feeling shortness of breath around the same time.
You got a hag.
I'm worried about something spreading to our house since our kids all have asthma and some particularly severe allergies. We tried washing all the bed sheets in the house, but that didn't really help much. Thankfully, the kids haven't had any issues yet, so could you help us out sooner rather than later?
Yeah, your kids are gonna die if you're not careful, because you guys got hags. You got many hags, so you gotta take care of that. I don't want to have dead kids on my watch. I did that thing again where I stopped paying attention and it just scrolled past. It's a bed hag. I'm confident. Any other good things yet? Ooh, no, we're still network airing. Will it be everyone in the household if it was carbon dioxide? Isn't it carbon monoxide? Oh.
So, I've been hearing this weird sound coming from the walls. Not exactly sure what it is, but I've been having a hard time sleeping at night because of this sound. Can you hear that? It's been non-stop lately. I've replaced all of my smoke detector batteries and everything, but I cannot figure out where the sound is coming from.
I get you. You know, Carla, I'm gonna figure this out because sometimes we can still listen to the sounds. And I think it is what was that called? The whistling fungi. Maybe not. Oh wait, we can look at them. Mushroom-like growth, frequently grow through the. Well, maybe. Yeah, no, that's definitely it. Yeah. Thank you. Add some good water. Yeah, no, this is what it is. For sure. For sure. You should probably... Well, hold on, because I'm pretty sure... Warning! If you ever hear whistling fungi singing in harmony, evacuate your home immediately. Whistling fungi are rarely dangerous to humans, but their growth can cause foundational problems. But you have to give... But it's not... Excuse me? Get out of your house immediately, but they're not dangerous? Okay. Wisp of fungi. There you go. From a large infestation, yeah. Structural damage. Ooh, they're calling in fast now. Hi.
Hello? Can you help me?
Maybe Rachel.
There's this terrible smell in my house, and I can't figure out where on earth it's coming from. I think it's upsetting my puppy Meatball, too. He's really been acting up lately. I can hardly blame him. It smells so terribly rotten.
We got a puka.
Please, can you help?
Maybe? Was it stinky? I think so. Here.
Please hold.
Were you stinky? Poor Meatball is in heaven now. Oh, right, because it smells like your dog has. Oh, rip Meatball. Rip Meatball. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me find this and I will read that first. We got a new Coke flavor, the holiday creamy vanilla. Oh. This sounds kind of nice. I did like vanilla Coke back in the days when I could get a vanilla Coke. I guess I could just put vanilla in Coke, like vanilla extract, a little bit, and it would be the same thing. But like, I used to have like a soda shop, and you could get like an old-fashioned vanilla Coke, and those were so good. Oh boy. Are you a mouse? Did you turn into a mouse? Oh no. Oh no. Oops. Oh boy. Why are we turning into mice? I don't want to turn into a mouse. Oh, guys! It was a fey feast. Look, we've never got 100% before. Oh, we're so smart. We're going through every single one of the entries and being like, yeah, I remember this. That one was so stupid. It doesn't make sense. It wasn't like flour. She just said crap. It sounded like she was talking about poop. It's our fault for thinking of poop, I guess. Oh, we're gonna get such a coupon. We're gonna get the best coupon code. Complete your 6th day on the job. Correct. Okay. Human DNA confirmed. Okay. I'm still a DNA. Ooh. Maybe we check the email first. Congratulations. Okay. Employee 36. We are happy to report that we are most pleased with your labors and are currently making the necessary preparations for your impending dissension, assuming you pass the trial. The soil is fertile. Keep up the great work, and thanks for working through the weekend. Why? I don't really want to go into the soil. I don't want to go under the soil. I don't want to live beneath the soil. I would like to live above the soil, please. I would like to live above the soil. I don't want to live above the soil. I want to live above the soil. The ones beneath the soil sound scary. I want to do that. Ooh, but we got a thing! We got a coupon! Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited for a coupon. Let's find out what's in the coupon. Okay. Congratulations, employee! Your high accuracy rate has awarded you today's daily coupon. Today's daily coupon is for our Glamour Stone. Whether you're simply too tired to concentrate, or if you just want to look your best without the stress, our Glamour Stones are here to put you at ease. With our patented protective seal, our Glamour Stones have a 99.9% reliability rating. To receive your discount, simply type the following code during your online checkout. Wham glam, thank you, ma'am. Wham glam, thank you, ma'am. Keep up the great work, employee. Oh, wow. So, Glamour Stone originally $1,899.99. Now, with your employee discount, you can get it for $1,299.99. What a savings! Wham glam, thank you, ma'am. Alright, those are fun. I like them. Alright. Okay, we have an entry browser. Oh, so we can just see them all now. That's kind of cool. And now we can just look at them all. And we know them. We know them now. We already do that all the time. We have one more day, I think, and then we're gonna die. Or whatever. And then we also have the next one. Does it say what time is on it? No. Okay. We might not get to the DLC today, but we'll do it next week. We'll see how much yapping happens this time, because we're not gonna have to read so much. Are you guys ready? We're ready for Sunday? Sunday fun day. Sunday turn into a mouse day, become one that dwells beneath the soil. Who's ready to dwell beneath the soil? We're gonna, I don't know, go blind probably, because things that live underground typically can't see very. Okay. I don't have anything. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's clock in. Sunday. Oh, Safety Hotline. Oh. Whole shift without the thingies. It did the glitch thing. Not the glitch crown thing, but it glitched. It did the brr. So, do you think that this whole... Oh my god, the whole thing is gonna be without the... Okay, we're fine. We're ready. We're ready. We did it. We got 100% last time. We don't need it. We don't need the glossary. Excuse... No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh god, Carol's gonna be fucking weird. Carol's gonna be the weirdest. Carol's gonna be so fucking weird. Ooh, it's not Carol. Carol didn't call me. Okay. We are many, we are above, we are followers of our queen. Where are we?
Please hold.
Can I see things? I can't see things. I can't see things. I don't know. Okay, okay. We are many, we are above, we are followers of our queen. Where are we? Maybe? Remy keeps on saying gooners. Good thing I don't have any of those. Gnome of some sort, maybe? It doesn't make... So Spriggans don't make sense. Let's think of things that... Ooh, what about moles? So the one thing about a mole that we didn't... I mean, I know we can't see over here. But they are saying that they're like normal things, but it does say somewhere on it that they... Oh, but it does say we are above. So, no, moles don't make sense. We are above suggests something that's either flying or climbing. For some reason, I was thinking below. Things that... Because I'm worried about becoming part of this one that lives under the soil. Bats? No. Okay, let's go through each thing again. So an animation is a basically possessed doll. An attic gnome is a gnome that lives in your attic and may make the dust all weird. Autumn vines are vines that make you all blissful and happy. Bats are just bats. I don't think there's any other information about bats. Bed bugs are bed bugs. Bed hags are witches that live under your bed and steal your breath. Bed teeth are a type of fungus that grows in your bed and will eventually harden and basically eat you. Bees are bees. That does make sense. Bees and queen, you know, kind of goes the we are many, we are above, we are followers of our queen. What are we? It makes sense. Bees make sense. Black mold is black mold. No, I'm with you on bees. I'm down for bees. Let's do bees. The only thing that makes sense. There's nothing else that makes sense. And I know that. This is just a test. This is just a test. I'm great at taking tests. I do them. I didn't think it was gonna shake. Showcase thy knowledge. Guys, I think we're gonna die. Okay. I am not living yet, I clatter. I'm not living yet, I clatter. I am small, I am weak, I serve my purpose, then I die. What am I? God, you don't have to call me out like that.
Please hold.
That's rude. I'm not living, yet I clatter. I'm small, I am weak, I serve my purpose, then I die. You're not living. How do you die? Small, weak, I serve. Okay. Okay. Carbon monoxide doesn't make noise. Fuck, this is hard. I am not living yet I clatter. I am small, I am weak. Serve my purpose and then I die. Something that makes noise. Yeah, I was thinking false artifact kind of makes sense. It doesn't really clatter. Clatter is such a distinct word. But then, like, how does something die? Ooh, what about a warlock remnant? Just an echo that doesn't die. Yeah, maybe not. A reanimation also kind of makes sense, but maybe an animation too. Is there something like a revenant? Not exactly. The reanimation kind of makes some sense, but it doesn't really. I'm not living yet I clatter. But then this is like animated items. It's like animated dolls. And maybe a reanimation also kind of makes sense. I'm not living yet I clatter. I am small. Oh, but they're not small and weak. So maybe, yeah, an animation. I kind of like that one. We'll go with that. Get ready, get ready. It's gonna scare you, it's gonna scare you. Fuck, okay, alright, we're good. Forge ahead, okay. I really wish that it wasn't Oh, we keep on getting further down into the soil. You guys notice that we keep going further down. Oh, there's a face in the soil? I don't see a face in the soil, thankfully. Beggar. I'm the encroacher of the dry. I am friend to water of the sky. What am I? Oh, I know what this one is. I am the beggar. I'm the encroacher of the dry. I am friend of the water of the sky. What am I?
Please
this
hold.
is a rain. Is it rain nymph or something like that? Yeah, rain nymph. Rain nymph. Where's the scary face? It kind of looks like a face. Oh, that kind of looks like a face. That entirely nose, and that looks like a mouth. Yeah, that is kind of scary. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this. I don't want to go. Why am I doing things that will make me go further down in the soil just because I want to be right? This sounds like me. This sounds like me. I'm just like, oh, I want to get a 100% on this test because it's a test, and I like to get good grades. Even though it's like the thing that it's gonna do to me, I don't want to do that. But I gotta get a good grade, guys. I gotta get an A. I didn't. Okay. I didn't brace myself. I am the harbinger of death. I am the bringer of pestilence. I am forever the nuisance. What am I? I'm the harbinger of death. Harbinger of death. I am the bringer of pestilence. I am forever a nuisance. What am I? Yeah, mouse maybe, but it's not a. I don't think it's a boggart.
Please hold.
Hold on. I'm the bringer of death. There was something. Oh, God, I wish I would have remembered. I wish I would have looked at the mundane things. It's a mundane thing. Flies. House flies. It's a house fly. Because in the house fly thing, it was saying something like if there's a bunch of house flies in your house, that could mean that somebody's about to die. It says it in the thing. Sorry, you'll have to go to next week, but it does say that in the thing. In the glossary or whatever that we don't have access to right now. But yeah, it is definitely houseflies. Fly. Here we go. Steal yourself is the God damn it. It scares me so much. Rejoice! Oh, fuck me. Is it gonna ring? I'm scared. Oh, God. Okay. Apparently we're doing well, though. I seek the domains of those who... Okay. Chill, dude. I seek the domains of those who have too much. Step within and they lose their way. Okay. This one is the closet labyrinths.
Please
Because,
hold.
yeah, it says step in and they'll lose their way. But it also only goes, it only shows up in, like, mansions. Like, if it's a big house, a big, like, wealthy house, that's where they come up. They don't go in us poor people homes. Alright, I need to submit an answer. What is it called? A closet labyrinth. There we go. Easy, easy! Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Oh god. Oh god. Past the roots, and now there's a sky. There's a roots in the sky. Expand my mind. I don't wanna. But then, am I gonna turn into a mouse? Or do I not turn into a mouse? Do I just embrace it? If I embrace it, do I... I get to turn into at least a cool guy? Do I get to be like... I don't know. Maybe you turn into a mouse if you fail. We're companions of gardens. We compel those who tread no longer. What are we? Companions of the gardens.
Please hold.
Okay. We compel those who tread no longer. This is like reminding me of something from last week. But I can't really remember. Is it the seedling? There's no weed nymphs. We just read through the seedling because I couldn't remember everything from it. I again don't remember stuff. Seedling. Let's see if I can remember things from seedling. I know it's stupid to like look through everything. But it was something with gardens. Okay, we're companions of the gardens. We compel those who tread no longer. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I remember they're like insect-sized things, and they like eat weeds, but they can be harmful, and they're territorial. That makes sense. So maybe they don't like to be stepped on. Maybe, I don't know. Let's try it. I can't think of anything else that is like super in. The false beet is only harmful if you eat it. Yes. And they don't like their weeds getting pulled. That's right. And tread sort of seems like being stepped on. Because, like, don't, you know, the stupid snake thing, don't tread on me. Like, tread does just mean walk, but tread sort of implies being stepped upon. They'll attack gardeners, but not garden. Ordeal. I like seedling. We're gonna go with it. Because I don't know what else it could be. I don't think there's anything else that like really like goes in with gardening. The only other things that I can think of is like, okay, so Spriggans, but they're mostly tree people. But they care about like wild fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, and they care about gardens. They do care about, but they care more about outside, and they're more tree. They're more tree. And then there's seedlings. Is there anything else? False flower, but no, they just sing. Not really a companion. They don't try to kill anything, really. The false rosebush does, but it mostly only kills, like, small things. And it has nothing to do with tread. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let go thy stilted soul. Oh, but I like my soul. It's nice and squishy inside of me where it belongs. The dancer and the bringer of destruction. I consume the weak and the reckless. I am forsaken. I am the forsaken oil and the careless light. Huh. That one's weird. Whatever. I wasn't using my soul anyway. Okay, Ro. You can take my place. That's fine with me. Hold on. Okay. I am the dancer. Nothing's hitting me with dancer. I am the bringer of destruction. Yeah, I was thinking wisps too. I consume the weak and the reckless. I am the forsaken oil and the careless light. What am I?
Please hold.
Yeah. Okay. The wisps. The night wisps specifically. Makes some sense. Because if there's dancing. I don't know if they consume the weak though. That one's kind of not great. Things that do consume the weak. Ooh. Fire kind of makes sense. This fire flickers and dances. Oil and light. Yeah, that does make sense. I like fire. It does sort of consume the weak. Because that's what I was thinking. We could talk about things that consume the weak. Yeah, house fire is on here. The things that consume the weak. I don't remember what animations do or not, but I think they might. Ag gnomes don't, autumn vines don't, bats don't, bed bugs don't, bed hags do. But they don't make sense, they don't dance or anything like that. Not bed teeth, not bees, not black molds, not a bogart. Bogarts just kill everything. Carbon monoxide, no. Carbon or ants. Feller groudum, nope, nope, nope. Not this, not this. Common hobs also don't destroy things. Best hobs don't. Door destroys everything, so not just the weak. Dreamweaver, no. Space feast, no. False artifact does hurt the weak. As does the false rose bush. But none of that makes sense with them. And there's no like light or dancing that has anything to do with that. I mean, maybe you could say that the false artifact could have like something to do with dancing, depending upon, but it doesn't make sense. Oil and light doesn't make sense. The horde doesn't. Were we frozen? Oh, fracture hob. No. Hold on. Floor roots consume the weak. But they grow out of the floor and then they attack whatever's in bed or whatever. So that doesn't make sense either. And there's house fires, which is what we're kind of like going with right now. Yeah, the play on... I just want to make sure. Because it's a little bit weak. Just trying to make sure I remember things that attack the small and the weak. So none of these are known for like attacking your kids. The night wisp also doesn't do that. That's why the puka does. The weak and the reckless. Yeah. Well, now we're in ads, so I'm just gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep on looking. And the dance thing, because like dancing in flames, it does make the most sense, I think. I'm gonna keep on thinking though, because this will help. This will help if we keep on like looking at all these things and try to remember what they all are. I'm trying to remember more about the night wisp. It like makes a singing sound too. I don't remember if it hurts you though. I assume it does. I think it was one that was harmful. Maybe we should have studied more. We should have studied more. It draws people to their doom at best. That's true. But like, so dancing kind of makes sense. But the oil bit is what's a thing. Forsaken oil. I can't think of anything that like makes sense for forsaken oil. But oil and all that does make sense for like fire. Termites, ticks, toilet hobs. Fresh gnomes, no. The travel gnome might. Warlock remnant, no. Yeah, no, none of those make sense. None of those make sense. And all the other things that, like, particularly are harmful or, like, go after small things, like children or pets, have nothing to do with dancing or light or oil or any of that. But if it, like, fire also doesn't consume the weak technically, but I don't know. It does make some sense. It makes more sense than any of the other ones. So we probably will go for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and get it lined up. I just don't want to do it until everyone's back from ads. So let me go grab it real quick, and then once you guys are back, we'll go ahead and submit it. But yeah, I think house fires makes the most sense. Buffy is upset because Remy got up. Yeah, 40 seconds. Remy existed. Oh no. He's not allowed. The dogs say no. I drank some more of my cold tea. Now it's like iced tea. Cold tea is just iced tea, you know? Okay. Everyone's almost back from ads. Are you all back? You back? We're gonna submit. We're going with house fires. I couldn't think of anything else. So let's see what happens. Prepare. It's gonna make a scary thing, and it's gonna make a Oh no. Well, there was a sky and stuff, so now we're back here. Oh boy. I'm the seeker. I'm the one who delivers. You're the Dorsha. You're the Dorsha.
Please hold.
Descend. Yeah, that one was easy. That one's easy. Cause that one was the one that was like, oh yeah, you if you are gonna be taken by this guy, you got nothing. You just have to deal with it. They're like, if you or a loved one are being targeted by a Dorsha, we recommend you grieve. Okay. Helpful. Prepare. We're going to be fine. We'll be okay. Oh, that didn't do anything scary. Maybe I was wrong. Was I wrong? Or did we already just get there? Did we get to the... Oh, ah!
Hello. Supervisor Carol here. We've been watching you closely.
Carol!
For all this time, you have been providing excellent and accurate answers to our callers.
Okay.
These acts will not go unrewarded.
Carol?
I'm pleased to report that you have qualified for a promotion. Please stand by while I prepare thy promotion.
Oh, thank you. No, thank you. It's fine. If your loved one has been taken by a Dorsha, you may be entitled to go fuck yourself. Yeah, but look at this woman. Oh my god. Carol. I'm concerned for you. Okay. I don't want to stand. I don't want to promote. I want to promote.
Promotion in progress. Stand by.
I didn't expect that at all. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. What the hell happened? Oh, okay. Carol.
Please, be not afraid.
I'm pretty scared, not gonna lie. Why am I coming close? Back the fuck away. What are we doing? Carol. Your makeup's a little Weird. Okay, we get a crown. That's nice. I like crowns. She is thick. That is nice. Okay, we have a crown.
Congratulations! All hail our new junior supervisor!
What is happening? Why did we? I was just gonna say, why did we not add this to the video game stream? This is the strangest promotion I've ever experienced in my life. Thank you. I don't know what to... Thank you? Lead manager supervisor. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Oh my gosh, and we're gonna end on time today? What the fuck? We never end on time on oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I do have to do it to close it. Oh wow. Oh look. We got the new background. And an art book. Let's look at the art book. Hi, I'm Nick Lives, the creator of Lives? How do you say your name? The creator of Home Safety Hotline. If you're reading this, it hopefully means that you are interested enough in this game and curious about its development. If so, you've come to the right place. This is a peek at the game's art development process and all the human messiness that it entails. I hope you enjoy this thorough and admittedly indulgent look at what we went into making Home Safety Hotline, the game it is now. Went into making it as it is now. Okay. Oh, cool. Influences. When I was maybe 10 or 12 years old, my grandmother gifted me a Dungeons and Dragons monster manual. Yeah, fell in love with the book, had no idea what its purpose was. Scoured the pages constantly, learning everything I could about the many imaginative creatures. That's pretty cool. Want to make a game of the pure joy experience, flipping through the bestiary. That's pretty cool. My first attempt at creating a game based around my love for bestiaries was a game aptly titled Bestiary. Okay, well, makes sense. Testing the dead bodies of monster corpses with various magical implements in an attempt to write an accurate bestiary entry for them, noting properties as you went. That's kind of fun. I would enjoy that. That would be, I would play that. The prototype never really made it past the conceptual stage, with the concept art pieces and crude interactable UI. Yeah, this sounds like a neat game. I would play the fuck out of that game. Should work on it again, Nick. New magic. Skip ahead a while, and my wife and I wind up both getting jobs as actors at a local fantasy theme park called Evermore Park. Neat. In which she played a playful fairy and I voiced the puppeteered this big monster called the Fae King. Probably this guy. Seems likely. He's awesome. I want to be friends with this thing. Ah, he's from Utah. Okay. The park gave me a lot. Maybe he's Mormon. Ooh, Nick. Sorry for all the things I said about your religion. Sorry. So sorry. Sorry, not sorry at all, actually. Get out, get out. Eventually, many of the actors quit or were let go, but the park left a substantial creative void within many of the people who work there, self included. Doing some other actor stuff. He would know a lot about cults, that's true. Would a Mormon family tolerate D&D back then? Perhaps. It kind of depends on the family. Because Mormons also are really like into magical thinking things. So it's kind of part of the culture to be interested in fantasy. Like, it's not unusual that my dad, who was like super Mormon, was really into the fantasy genre. And that's why you can see, like, now there's a lot of fantasy authors who are very popular and they're Mormon. Because Mormonism really likes magical thinking. Yeah, Sanderson, for example. Even Stephanie Myers, even though I know we make fun of Twilight, she's Mormon. There's a lot more, but there's a huge cultural variety. Like, you think of the Utah Mormon, but the Utah Mormon is going to be completely different from a California Mormon. Or, you know, even my Ohio Mormon ward is going to be really different than any other ward. And then there's wards all over the world too. So it kind of depends. It depends on what your ward will tolerate. But I do think that there's a lot of places that didn't get hit as much of the satanic panic thing, especially like within D&D, because there's a lot of emphasis on magical thinking being okay and all like better for you, maybe. I don't know. We'll keep on going. They made another game, 1-800 Bestiary, I think. During the pandemic, they did this. Wrote up a new design document called 1-800 Bestiary, a game about answering calls from a hotline that prescribes solutions to various monster infestations. This sort of sounds pretty cool too. Go down the back burner for 3 years. That's kind of nice. So that it came up with it. Analog horror. At the end of 2022, I released a horror game called Night Signal. I actually got that one because it was in a bundle with this, and it was actually cheaper to buy both games than just Home Safety Hotline. So I got that too. So I don't know. I haven't actually played that, but apparently Mir has. Weak human who craves validation. Naturally, I read each and every comment as it came in. I'd see people say Night Signal reminded them of something called analog horror. I gave into curiosity and started going down the analog horror rabbit hole. Immediately fell in love. Nostalgic aesthetic. The things that we have here. Really good. Okay, cool. Lunar Archives. During my newfound love affair of analog horror, it occurred to me at some point that the genre would be perfect match for 1-800 Bestiary. Worked on a prototype. Settle quick on Windows 95 inspired interface, which is what we have here. The new working title is now Lunar Archives. That makes sense. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to read. Oh, cute tools. I think that's fun. Analog horror meets Papers, Please. Yeah, that's kind of what this feels like. Cause like I liked Papers, Please. I haven't played it all the way through, but I've played like a couple of rounds. I do have, like, I might not own the game, but Remy might own the game, and we share library. So if he's not playing something on Steam, I can play any of his games. And he has options that aren't Steam games. So he would do that for me if I told him beforehand. Okay, bestiary entries increasingly felt like they needed to be more personal to be scary, so I decided monsters should be things that live in your house. Out of curiosity, I asked my wife one day if she knew of any folklore about monsters that live in your house, and the answer was goblins. Yeah, that's true. And so it did some fun things. Cool. As soon as I started reading up on House Goblin lore, I felt instantly like a kid again. Yeah, all the little things with that were fun. The first monster design I did was the Hob photo. I like the Hob photo. Trying to evoke some Guillermo del Toro-esque spirit of grounded, scary, but whimsical. I think they did a good job with these. And then Hob Anatomy. That's cool. Yeah, it's super fun. I wish that I understand not going into super big detail with, like, anatomy and everything, but I would have enjoyed if the glossary, like, went into, like, really distinct detail and, like, had, like, maybe almost like they got a hob and they, like, you know, maybe like a dead hob and they like, in, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you understand. Like, I would have enjoyed more diagram type things but I'm a nerd, so false faces would denote different species from them. What does it say? Something about false faces here? Calm, alert. Sometimes we'll grow fake nose and smile to defense coddle. Okay. In sheds. Different hairs. Shedding when. Okay. Oh, that's goblin. Okay. Fae for days. It didn't take long for me to go deep diving into the Wikipedia to discover that the stories of Fae and begin interpreting them under the lens of the newfound design ethos, treating each creature as though it's simply some kind of bizarre animal. Yeah, that's fun. False Fae, a Bogart. Cool. Oh, a false face. So they can, like, make their face. So I was kind of right. Like, they can, like, change their face to be a little bit different. But, like, I was thinking, oh, they would have, like, another part of their body that, like, because of the markings, kind of looked like a face, but it wasn't a face, and their face was actually somewhere else. True, like a bit more scientific angle, a bit more as opposed to a call center base. Yeah. Or, like, even within the encyclopedia of things, it just sort of showed you more, yeah, I guess it just showed you more. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Creative liberties. The idea of the inflatable trolls came from a mix between the folklores of trolls and spriggans, where spriggans were said to be small creatures that could grow to enormous size. When I read this, it made me think of pufferfish, and I laughed as I tried to picture what the creature would look like when it was deflated. That's funny. That's cute. It's like a sort of Michelin man. Also my body type, right there. Why I do this to myself? When drawing monsters, I frequently find myself having to paint the entire monster in order to get the certain poses to feel accurate, before erasing parts of them, later to hide them behind some furniture or blurring them into oblivion. And then, of course, they would be crushed into tiny pixels by the end anyway. Less is more, but after all, but I still had to draw the more to get there. Okay, I can't remember what this would have been. But I'm thinking of an animal rescue center here. You can get calls, have people bring something in. Yeah. Oh, that's the leprechaun, you're right. Silly scares. I'm scared by a lot of stupid, silly things, as such, both horror, humor, and horror can feel like one and the same. He's so cute, though. Maybe because he's just a dog, but he's a bipedal dog. But sometimes my dog is, too. When I read about stories of the puka who pretends to be a horse just to buck people around and scare them for a laugh, I thought of what an indoor modern equivalent might be, and immediately thought of those viral photos of tiny bugs creepily staring at their owners. So, Brian Griffin is a puka. We've confirmed it. We understand now. Makes sense. Gnome problem. These gnomes in particular have suffered the most from the reduction of quality fidelity when compared to their paintings, so here they are in their higher definition glory. Oh yeah, that is much cooler. This one's the night gnome, and I think this... Maybe they're both night gnomes? No, there's only one picture. Maybe this is like... I keep thinking it's a rain nymph, but I can't remember which one this is. I'll have to go look. Ah, Spriggan Spy is kind of... No? The Spriggan by far is the hardest creature to spot. Although, I mean, I thought it was just like this. Although, all through development, I've asked play testers to try to find the Spriggan. No one has found the Spriggan. I can consider this a failure on my part as a designer, but instead I left it as is in the final product. Make of this what you will. Huh. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was like here. Maybe when it's like really pixelated, it's hard to see. I don't know. The deflated pro. Yeah, this is what I look like, by the way. This is my body type. Including all of this. I actually have 4 boobs, and they're very saggy. The troll is another creature that I painted in far more detail before blurring him to hell and back. But here he is in all his wrinkly, deflated glory for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, I couldn't actually see. I mean, I saw something, but yeah, I didn't know it was deflated. Bogging around. The boggart is maybe the most traditionally spooky creature I've designed for HSH. His uncanny human-like face and long, slender figure. After reading the boggart lore and finding out that they're sort of the forefathers of modern-day boogeymen, it seemed only fitting to make the boggart more traditionally ghoulish. Okay, makes sense. Gruffy fellow, the trash gnome was inspired by a fan suggestion described as Oscar the Grouch, but worse. Aw, that's kind of funny. Trash gnome. I took a photo of a raccoon and rearranged the eyes and the head to create our scuffy little friend. It's pretty cute. Honestly, I thought these were ears in the pixelated version. Now I can see it a little bit close up. It's adorable. I love it. I want one. Self-rating entries. To source photographs for the entries, I would browse free use CCO photography libraries for photos that looked like they would be perfect for the photoshopping a monster within. But on occasion, I would stumble upon a photograph that was so intriguing on its own that I would be inspired for this entry as is. I actually feel like I've seen this picture before, because I have to, in the past, have written for places that want you to put in, like, free use, photography for, you know, copyright-free pictures. I feel like I've seen this one before. By Tasha, it's by Tasha Kim Rouse. That's pretty cool. And then Hidden in Plain Sight, making people question the ordinary objects in their homes is both quite funny and creepy. Something that is fan suggested entries like the soap sprite and the laundry gnome. The laundry gnome is actually really cute. It was hard to see before. And this is the soap sprite, because it did look like soap, but I guess maybe it has little legs or something. That's funny. Oh, I could this. Yeah. The sprightly little fellows. The design for the sprites was intended to be a mix between mosquitoes and more traditional fairy designs. In general, I am frightened by most flying insects, so I wanted the idea of having a little fairy in your home to give people like me the shivers. Oh, that's what the fuck is happening in the wizard one. I couldn't understand what I was looking at. Okay, that makes sense. The Warlock Remnant is, in fact, an edited photograph of me wearing a Halloween mask from my childhood along with cheap vampire costume I had from past Halloween. Felt cute, might delete later. That's what we were going for. Okay. That's funny. Exclusive deals. The concept of coupons came about after I received feedback from demo players asking for more motivation for playing the game well, since playing the game poorly would net you more interesting content in the form of consequence calls. I thought that pointless employee discounts for products offered by HSH would make for funny yet lore-heavy content for high-scoring incentives. And based the look of the product images off of the 90s infomercial ads, did a good job. I liked it. Ratty end. Originally, the game over ending was much simpler and to the point, with Carol firing the player and wiping their memory. Oh, that's okay. Okay, I see. So if you don't do well, you get turned into the mouse. I get it. Okay, but we did too well because I can't fail. I have problems with failing. After the promotion ending was written, it was decided to come up with something a little more whimsical for the game over to better suit the world of HSH, inspired by Roald Dahl's The Witches. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when this happened. We came up with the idea that Carol should turn the player into a mouse instead. On the morning of the shoot, I molded these props from air drying clay, painted them with acrylic paint, and then hastily glued some faux craft store fur onto them. David then held these in front of the camera while I filmed the ending in my living room floor. That's funny. It makes me want to go and like try to get the ending. We didn't see that one. Riddle me this. Originally, the player received their promotion at the end of their shift on Saturday, but it all felt a bit too abrupt to go from an otherwise normal workday to the game's fantastical ending in the span of a single call. Yeah, that makes sense. A bit of brainstorming, we would come up with a dedicated final trial day where you'd be called by these cryptic calls, testing your knowledge in riddles, all about having access to the database. I did like that part. That was fun. You'd be like, oh no, I don't get to look at it at all. Pace yourself. When the game's ending was written in order for music to be composed for early on, this crude animated storyboard or animatic was created in order to dictate the pacing and structure of the ending so music could be written for it. Look at the storyboard, it's so cute. That's adorable. The animatic and music would later also serve the guide to pacing the actual shoot, with David shouting out the appropriate cues as we filmed. That's great. Ooh, look at our crown! Look at our crown! We got a pretty crown for everything. The promotion crown was a unique prop I hot glued together out of various craft store materials. I can tell. I know this wicker fucking wreath. I've seen that one before. I spent time in a Joann Fabrics, back when there was a Joann Fabrics, staring at flower things, because when you're a kid and your parents are crafty, they make you go places and you have to stare at dumb shit and like, you know the smell. You know the smell of the floral department. You know what a craft store smells like. And it's not that craft stores aren't fun, but when you're there for like 3 hours, you're like, fucking hell, could you just pick the thing that you're gonna make? I swear we've been there for 3 hours sometimes. My dad was looking through the pattern books. It's so hard to not be bored. Given the player is only getting their first promotion, the materials involved are more crude and common than the more lavish crown that the Fae Carol wears. She is a fairy. I guess that makes sense. She's sort of terrifying looking though. In addition to playing the role Kara, Courtney also designed the final makeup and costume for Faye Carol, and in the game's ending cutscene, depicting Carol in her truer, more ancient form. In Courtney's own words, I want to look like a proper swamp witch. Achieved. Achieved, Courtney. You did a good job. I'll still. Hey, Courtney. How you doing, girl? You looking kinda nice. I like your outfit. Although it was a little I know I made because I was in character. We were in an office and it was a little weird. But look at that, yeah, Courtney. Big Carol's costume was also pieced together by Courtney herself, utilizing stressed netting, faux moss, and stressed black skirt. And finally topping it all off with a crown fashioned from faux twigs and leaves. Hey girl, call me. No, she looks good. It's a really good costume too. It's something I would wear at for Halloween. I'd definitely wear something like this. And then we finished it. Okay. Nick lives or lives, I'm not sure. Thank you for the game. That was kind of a fun little exploration. I enjoyed that. And then we can reset if we wanted to. I just want to see what's in options. Unemployment immunity. Okay. Always display accuracy. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Add button to skip call wait time. That's nice because now we have junior. So we could go back and try to do more so we can try to see more. That would be nice. We might do that sometime. I think that's it. I think that's it. That's new. Cool. What's the weekly report? Oh, I can see what my answers were. So I missed Hank. Oh, I got 100 on this one? D2? I didn't remember that. Oh, there are a lot more calls. I was gonna say, sometimes it feels like there's a lot more calls. Alright, well I did pretty good. I missed tools. Alright, I don't know what they are. I don't remember. That's kind of cool that I can see that now. I assume that this is how we get to do seasonal worker, because I think that if it was just like a advertisement for seasonal worker, it would be over here. Wait, call training? What's that? Improve your call operator speed and accuracy with Call Trainer. Help as many callers as you can. If you fail 3 calls, you lose. Correct answers are worth 50 points each. Multiply your score with combos by getting several correct answers in a row. Fuck it. Let's just see what happens. Can I have a call? 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 Can I get a call? I would like a call. Call me. Oh. There we go.
Help me.
Help me. I need advice. There's something in my attic. I can hear it. Something buzzing around up there. And I must get this resolved as soon as possible. Something buzzing around up there.
Please hold.
It makes me think bats. Well, buzzing also doesn't really make sense, I guess. There's something in my attic. I can hear something buzzing around up there. I must get this resolved as soon as possible. Oh shit, we only have a few minutes. Maybe bees? Bees? I would check it often in attics. Yep. Bees. Bees. Bees! Yeah, we did it. Okay.
Help me.
I'm in need of assistance. My cat hasn't come home. They usually explore the neighborhood before coming back, but it's been days since I've seen them. Last I saw them, they were chasing a bird in the garden. What do I do?
Please hold.
My thing, I think that this is a false rose bush. They're in the garden. This makes sense to me. Let's see. Yeah! That's so good. I forgot to press the button.
I am in trouble.
Okay. Please, you need to help me. My cabinets are full of leaves. All my cups and dishes are covered in this putrid filth. Tell me what I can do as soon as possible.
Please hold.
This one's harder. I can't remember. There was something that came in and would... Oh, what was that called? Maybe a trap... Oh no! Maybe it was the travel gnome? I believe the travel gnome had something. My cups and dishes are covered in this putrid filth. I don't know. I think I'm wrong. I'm gonna try it anyway. I think I'm wrong, but I can't look at anything, so... No! I was wrong. Let's see.
I am in trouble.
I don't know what to do. I hear strange noises at night lately. When we go to bed, I'm hearing strange melodic sounds coming from downstairs. I checked the walls to see if anyone could get inside, but there's no cracks or openings anywhere. Tell me what to do about this.
Please
Okay.
hold.
Night wisps? Night wisps? Maybe? Oh, the whistling fungus. I don't think it does it at night, though. And you would see it. You would see it. It might be the false plant thing, though. I'm also at this point trying to get it done so I can stop. I mean, we're all destined for the soil. There's nothing left for us but maggots. Tell me what I need to do about this.
Please hold.
Just kind of curious. Bay flu, dangerous disease, commonly spread by household face, symptoms of bay flu, headaches, spores, blooming. Bay flu is really fatal, but has a long-lasting. Okay, so not this. And endless dreams. I don't know. Stick your head between your knees and kiss your butt goodbye. Pretty much. I need help. We're all destined for the soil. There's nothing left for us but maggots. Tell me what I need to do about this. I don't really care. How about bats? I just want to end it, so. Oh, we die. All's completed. This is my total score. That's kind of nice. That's kind of fun. It's sort of fun if you want to do like a short thing and like maybe you can like test yourself and if you want to keep like doing stuff. But that's cool. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we will end. And next week we're gonna go and I'm gonna take this off. We'll do. What am I thinking of? How do I? Wait, oh, I found it. I found it, everyone. Don't worry, I found it. But yeah, next week we'll go and we'll come back to it. Oh. Accidentally hit studio mode. We'll go back to it and we'll do the DLC. I got the DLC. We'll do the DLC next week. That'll be fun. It'll be holiday themed, which I know it's early. It's early for holiday things, but we're just getting ready. I personally think, okay, so like here in Europe, we don't have like Thanksgiving in November. And like also in like Canada and other places. Most places in the world does not have Thanksgiving or like a harvest festival type thing in November. And so like the reason why like I grew up all my life with people being like, no, you can't go from Halloween to Christmas because that's you're forgetting about Thanksgiving. Like that's important for some reason, which is not. But like I'm just saying it's the holidays and Thanksgiving is just part of the holidays. It's just it is involved. If you have Thanksgiving, it is a holiday. It is part of the holidays. So if it makes you happy to start like getting your winter holiday jam on, if you want to start listening to Mariah Carey, go for it. I don't care. Thanksgiving is the most racist holiday anyway. Yeah, okay. I have feelings about that. I have thoughts that come from I know I'm pretty fucking white, but my grandmother is a Cherokee, like full-blooded Cherokee apparently. And like, you know, I have we were very involved in tribal stuff when I was a kid because my dad then is half and so then I'm a quarter, and like you can kind of see it in the way that we look. Or we have like some mixture. I don't really know what it is exactly, but like we were very involved. I used to like dance in powwows and stuff like that when I was a kid, and do all the things. We did all the stuff, and I think of I think it's because of the way that we celebrated Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was originally a harvest festival that the native tribe, wherever these people were, celebrated, and they celebrated that harvest celebration for years. They celebrated it was a 3-day festival, and they invited their neighbors to come and enjoy the holiday with them. It was originally a native festival. I don't know what the tribe was that's there. And they invited the pilgrims, and it's supposed to be like this peace thing, right? That's the reason why we celebrate it now. But it was an original native festival that they celebrated long before the pilgrims came, and it has nothing to do with them. So for me, and the way that we celebrated it as kids and my family, is that, you know, it's a harvest festival that was a festival that our people celebrated for centuries. And so I think that the way that the story is told now with the pilgrims and everything, and the peace loving whatever, the peace offerings, and the way that that's told, that's racist because it's just whitewashing it. But I don't think that Thanksgiving, and if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving as an understanding of like it was a harvest festival, something that has been done on this land for centuries and centuries, and it's about togetherness, that's fine. But maybe we just don't like fuck the pilgrims. We don't need to talk about that. Fuck them and their small box blankets, you know? I always thought of Thanksgiving as a fall holiday, and I don't want to have winter in my fall times. Well, it snows on Thanksgiving often, so I know. They got invited to a brown person's dinner and then made a big deal about it for the next few hundred years. Basically, they got they were like, "Wow, we got invited to the cookout. We got an invite to the cookout." Let's make it about us now. So like that, the whitewashing of it is bad. But I don't think that, like, I love Thanksgiving, and it's probably because of the way that we celebrated it in my household, where it was more about the harvest and being thankful for the land that was able to grow food, and I think that we had a more native, Cherokee look at the way that we handled that holiday. And so like when people are always like, you shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's a racist holiday, like, I don't know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because it's like, okay, just because you celebrate it racistly doesn't mean that everybody does. Yeah, I agreed, having an autumn harvest festival is great. It's the fact that they made it into what it is that's awful. But I don't think that they made it into anything. Like, people have made it into something, but like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I didn't like grow up with that being the narrative. Yeah, my dad came to our school and talked about the native stuff, and we did it around Thanksgiving whenever we would do it, and like we showed off our regalia, and I don't know, maybe that's where I'm coming from, is that I didn't come from like we didn't celebrate Thanksgiving like white people, maybe. And so like my background on it is not that it's this holiday that is bad and like took from other things. It's that it's a harvest festival. And I don't know. It's a harvest festival. And also about some little bit about like a lesson in hospitality, which I think is interesting. Makes sense. I struggle with it more maybe because growing up with the white narrative around it. Possibly. Like, it's not like I didn't hear the white narrative around it, but like it wasn't like drilled into me, And I think that maybe just there were people around us that were more liberal, perhaps. I'm gonna go ahead and snooze this because I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll yap for this amount of time, but I doubt it. But maybe they were more liberal because even when I was a kid, like, they would have people from our tribe come and talk about about native stuff, and people seemed more interested. We can always change our personal traditions, true. And I also just like the food. And I'm also, I used to be a chef back when I could do a lot more cooking. And so I really, really like a holiday that has a feast. That I can like make a lot of food that is traditional. And I think that we don't think about like American traditional foods that often, because we think that it's all, they always say like America has no culture, America has no tradition, but like corn and turkeys and all that those are traditional American foods. They are native foods, and we don't get the option to celebrate those things that often. During this stream, we were planning out Thanksgiving, actually. That's funny. Yeah, I can feel like that's healthy and has more focus on native truth, White America has no culture. White America has no culture other than the culture that they came with through diaspora. Because technically, they're sort of diaspora. Eric, I didn't say that right, but you cling on to that's why I think American culture is kind of fun. I know. Also bad. It's also bad. The bad parts are bad, but I do think that it's interesting that we like have that, like, we're supposed to have the melting pot sort of idea, and so like we have like all these little tiny like little pockets of culture. So like where I come from, there's a huge Hungarian and Polish, like Slavic culture, and like so there's a lot of that in my hometown's culture, where like we like really love, they say it's kielbasa, but we call it kielbasi because that's what it's what you say, how you say it in Polish. Kielbasi, sauerkraut, pierogi, stuff like that. And like that's like a thing that's in, I'm not Slavic in any way, but because I came from that area where there's a heavy Slavic influence, that's part of my culture that I grew up in. Yeah, pierogies. My family picked up culture from the Polish and the Italian families around us when we were actually English. Exactly the same thing, because I mean, like my family, the white side of my family has a similar thing, that they're Welsh. They're mostly Welsh, but we picked up a lot of the Slavic and Italian things. Also, green bean casserole does go hard. Casseroles are great. I think that American culture is interesting, and a lot of times because there's so much racism and there's so much struggle, and because America is going through this little growing pains like we're in a situation where holding on to your root, your roots isn't working as well as it used to, because like we're generations and generations of people who have always lived in America, and so like it's just difficult. And so that's why like we have like this huge interest in where our people came from, because unless you're a Native American, or you're Mexican maybe, or something, one of the Caribbeans, you came from your family came from somewhere else, and then that becomes part of your culture. We're like a culture of immigrants, of people who came from different places, and so then they came to this new place, and they have tried to emulate parts of their culture from back home with ingredients, like for food culture, with ingredients and things that are around them, that are native to the new land, and trying to emulate it as best as possible, which has then created a whole new thing. So like American Italian cuisine is very different from actual Italian cuisine, because it is using the ingredients that were possible to get in America. And the same with a bunch of other cultures, like even in the Slavic cultures, or the what was the one that I was thinking of the other day? I think about this in food a lot, because I think that the food has a lot to do with things. Polish America is very different from Polish. Functionally, I don't feel like I have any roots anymore that isn't just steeped in hateful bullshit. Which I think is true, but I think that also because Irish. I was thinking of the Irish one. So, like corned beef is an American product, and we don't really think about that, but it's because Irish immigrants created it. Based on something that they would have done in Ireland, but using the ingredients that they have capable of getting in America. Anyway, I'm gonna I think I have to let you guys have ads. Let me see what else we had. I think that's fair, and maybe it's because I come from a family that doesn't have as much. You know, none of my family were capital owners. I think we missed it. Did we? I think we missed it. Food culture is something that's interesting to me, though. So and American food culture is kind of interesting. We don't use it that often. Like, if you get, like, food in different places, like, food sort of seems similar, but you have to find, like, the pocket cultures. I think that's because, like, yeah, there's so many parts of my family that, like, none of my family were capital owners. I think that my parents probably were somewhat racist, but that's just because of the time that they were around. But they were, like, they're a type of racist where they were trying really hard not to be. They're definitely fighting it, but it was just like weird. Appalachian culture is really interesting and sad. Honestly, sad. The way that they were fucked over, like just exploited, and now they're left to die. They're like, oh, you do something functional for the country. Now we're gonna go get stuff and we're gonna exploit you, and now you can just die, I guess, and be poor and desolate. I hate that. Abolition culture, though, is ultimately quite interesting, and then the ways that they have grown out of the ways that they were exploited. But yeah, no, I do think that my parents had like racist tendencies, but definitely were working against it because they were quite liberal for Mormons. For Mormons living in, Ohio. Never voted for Trump though, thank God. But I do think that there's we shouldn't ignore the fact that there was a lot of hate in bad stuff that happened in our culture, but there's interesting things too. I know I'm not trying to like wax poetic about the good stuff, because the bad stuff is real bad right now. But I don't know. Maybe it's just in our area. Our area is interesting. That like little pocket of the country. The only good story about my grandfather was when he stood up for his black coworkers. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I have a story of my grandfather also being quite kind to I guess he owned a garage or was the manager of a garage and did mechanic work, and during race riots the black folk who were around there kind of protected him and his shop, apparently, because he was nice to them. He still called people colored. He was born in 1915. He tried his best. Yeah, that was the polite word to say back then, so he didn't know. Everything else about him sucked, but at least he wasn't racist. That's nice. Yeah, that was just, but it was like, I guess he got into some shit because, he lived quite a long time. He didn't die until 2001, 2002, something like that. And so when he was very, very old, he called someone a colored gentleman, and they got a little heated over it. And my dad was like, hey, he's really old. He didn't mean anything by it. And like tried to like chill out the conversation, but it's just like, but also could have a conversation with Grandpa to be like, hey, maybe don't use that word. Oh, can't say the same for mine. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck those racist people in your family. I'm sure I still have them. I'm sure a lot of like family lore that I have, I don't know if it's accurate or not. I think my parents lied a lot about their family. Like, family stories were at least embellished quite a lot. So I don't know what to believe. And they're dead now, so I can't, like, try to get the truth out of them. But yeah, I'm not doing Thanksgiving this year. So if you also don't do Thanksgiving, I'll be here, I'll be singing. I'm gonna be singing on Thanksgiving. I figure even if you do Thanksgiving, you're in America, so it'll be in the morning. So I can just be there, we'll do singing while you're hanging out. It'll be in the morning. And then by noon-ish, noon or a little bit later, you can go off and, do your Thanksgiving thing if you're going to do Thanksgiving. And if you're not going to do Thanksgiving, you can go find somebody else. We did not do the DLC today. My bad. I should have just moved this over to, just chatting. Chatting for now. I'll have you on the big screen and speaker while doing the potatoes. Nice. I love mashed potatoes. Oh, wait, I thought we already had ads. What happened? Is it because I switched over? What the fuck? Anyway, that's my spiel on Thanksgiving. I wanted to ask you guys something. I wanted to ask you questions, but you might be in ads, so you might not be able to answer them. I'm just gonna say them out loud just in case. Okay, so I was thinking about changing Monday streams to be, instead of like language based stuff, so like books, literature, or French, we would do like cozy stuff, the cozy games. I have a couple that we could be playing. We could play like Bear and Breakfast, and lately we've been playing a lot of Tiny Bookshop, and I kind of want to just get further in that. We do Tiny Bookshop, and then like sometimes we'll talk about books too. But I was kind of thinking, because at the end of the month we always do that book roundup, and we talk about all the books that I read that month, and I like those streams. But I'm wondering if maybe we should instead make that like a feature. Excuse me. Maybe we make that a like thing that we do in the beginning of the stream. So it'll be like a segment. We'll do like a little bit of chatting, and then we'll move in and we'll do a review of all of the books that I read that month. Or not that month, but that week. So we'll do a review of everything that we do that week. And so instead of doing like maybe 10 to 12 books all at once, which is fun, I do like doing that, but it'll end up being like maybe three at the top, 2 or 3 books every week. And then we'll keep up with it weekly. So it'll be a shorter segment, and then like after that we'll go into a cozy game. Or we'll either go into a cozy game, or if I have a book talk, because I'll probably do like a book talk once every like once a month, maybe once every other month. We'll do a book talk, a literary discussion, which is kind of, it's sort of book clubby, but it's not a book club because I don't want you to force you to have to read. But we could do a book club too if you wanted to. We can do a book club. Like I can give you like a month in advance to be like, you have to read this book, and then we're gonna discuss this book. But I don't want to make people do that, or make people feel like they can't like join in if they haven't read the book. Okay, so now that you're back from ads and I didn't get a lot of information for that, I'm gonna retry all that. So I was thinking, we're talking about on Mondays, how I might switch it from being like a language Monday thing. We'll just stop doing French stuff because we don't do it anyway, and I just like have no motivation to want to do French in front of people anymore. Sometimes it's fun, but like for the most part I kind of like don't like doing it because I know I'm bad at it. But we'll switch it to being cozy, like Cozy Monday, and instead of doing always doing the books. So I was saying that at the end of the month, you know how we do that book roundup, and we go over all the books that I read that month. And so sometimes we'll have like between like 10 and 12 books that we have to review all at once. And I kind of like doing those streams, but they can be kind of exhausting. What if instead we did it as a segment on Mondays? So we'll do chatting for a little bit, and then we'll move over to reviewing the books that I read that week. So instead of doing like 10 books all in a row, it might be like at tops 3. And then after that, we'll go into like a cozy game. Or a book discussion. Or a book club meeting. So we'll either have a literary discussion or a book discussion. What do you guys think of that? Is that a better plan, or should we keep the marathon rate and review all the books that I read that month. Thoughts, opinions? Is anybody still here? We like that? We like that idea? Might be a good idea. Ah. The only problem is that now we need to edit the short about the schedule if we switch from doing Cozy Stream or go do language stream to Cozy Stream. I want to do the Cozy Stream because I do like to do. Yeah, we can do a book club, but I've always like worried about doing the books. The books will be fresh in your mind. That's true, because sometimes when we do the month at the end of the month, I'll be like, "What the fuck did I read? What was this about?" And I kind of like remember it, but like I'm pretty vague on the details. And then we get like closer to like the middle of the month, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, I remember this book now. I remember this book much better." So maybe that's a better idea. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it like for making the change in December. Right now, we'll kind of keep it the way it is because there's only, we're halfway through the month. We're halfway through November. I think that's it. I think that's all that's going on right now. I need to find us somebody that we can raid. Anybody live? I don't know who's live. Anybody got a suggestion for a raid too? We raided somebody that Ro suggested last week, which was pretty good. Who am I following? Anybody I'm following already live? We got a couple people live. I wonder what No Narc November means. Elysium. I don't know what that means. But it's Venetrix. We've rated her before. She's a VTuber who is cool. We can see if there's somebody new. Let's see who's live, who's a VTuber. We got some arc raiders doing. We got a rating and reading. Oh, that's the person I follow. Oh, I also have already. We've done Luna before. Ooh, somebody's doing dispatch. How many people you got? You got a ton of viewers though. I would like to. I prefer going to somebody who is, maybe not as well viewed. Just some chill time with a deer. Okay. That looks weird. I don't know. I don't see anybody playing anything fun. Ooh. I've got observation duty. Sort of similar. I mean, sort of analog. Maybe? I don't know. Looking for some gay people too. This might be. Oh, who's here? We got 8 viewers. OD? Oh, observation duty. There's somebody. They're playing. I don't know. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna check. Can't tell what they're doing. Oh. They're playing Ark? Let me see what they have going on. They don't have any information about what's going on. But it says that they're doing a disability pride raid train. And I like that. Because I guess it is Disability Pride Month. good. I don't know. What's going on? They got 8 people there. They have 254 followers. They're kind of gay. They seem nice. I don't know. They're playing something. I mean, they're playing something sort of horror-like. It's not quite the same thing, but I don't know. Let's go make friends. Let's make friends. We like disability pride, yeah? Okay, let's try that. Why not? Maybe they'll be nice. Let me get you guys music back for a second while we say goodbye. Yeah, we'll make friends. Let me get there. It's the Vertebra is their name. Let's say hi. Let's say hi. Okay. Everybody be nice. Let me do it. I did it. I did it. It's the right person too. Great. Okay. We'll be nice. We'll be nice. Remember, we do have a raid thing, so we can use that. I will be back on Monday. Monday. Same time, same place. We'll be playing more Tiny Bookshop. So, hope to see you then. Everybody have a really good rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love.